Hi, friends. Welcome into the firm of Harris and Meringue. Yours truly, Patrick Harris, with you. That's Danny Meringue. To my left, Jeff Rust over there on the ones and twos on a Friday here, as Andy Dirt Johnson lamented all this morning. The final football Friday of the year. It's never coming back.
Let's be honest, he wasn't caring about that. He's about to go play a round of golf. Oh, hey, look, your volume's on.
He is about to go play a round of golf. Despite somebody that has never played golf in my life, well, I think I played once. I am kind of jelly that they're going golfing today.
Yeah, they both are.
Well, just
separately.
because it's such a nice day.
I was driving home yesterday. My car said 67 degrees. And I was like, is it really that warm outside?
I don't think so, but sitting in the sun in the parking lot would.
I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Gorgeous.
We decided to go out the other night because it was so nice out. The wife goes, we should go somewhere. It's so nice. Let's take the kids. Let's go somewhere and sit outside. And everywhere she was like, let's go here. And I was like, that's in the shade. She was like, well, let's go here. Oh, yeah, that's in the shade, too. She was like, let's go to Brothers Cascadia, downtown Vancouver. I was like, okay. You know the outdoor area is like in between the buildings and completely no sunlight. We got there and everybody's like, it's kind of cold outside. I was like, get inside.
Yeah. I had a little meeting yesterday, and we met up at, La Provence in Lake O.
La Petite Provence.
And it's got the
Croissant.
outdoor seating there.
I haven't been to that one.
Oh, it's a nice little location.
I only know the one on Alberta.
That's become like a pretty constant meeting place for me because Lake O is just kind of like the center of everything.
Fancy you in Lake O.
Well, no, I mean, it's like if you live in like Oregon City, if you live in Portland, if you live in Beaverton, if you live in Wilsonville, like Lake O is just kind of like the center, and it's right off the freeway.
I worked in Lake O for 2.5 years.
It's a nice little spot.
Yeah, you hear about the movie theater out there showing Melania, the Trump wife documentary?
There you go.
He the GM of the place got the movie pulled by Amazon because they were making fun of Melania on the marquee. I used to work there.
There you go.
I love that place.
It wasn't you?
It was not me. No, it wasn't me. But I know the guy who did it, and that's on brand.
On brand?
On brand. Love that guy. Shout out the Lake Theater and Cafe.
There you go. No, it's yesterday was gorgeous, man. Aren't we supposed to get some crappy weather coming though?
The rumor
starting tomorrow.
The rumor on the street is that it's going to snow sometime this month.
Yeah, well, I was talking to
at least I've been putting the fear of God into my children with that.
Talking to old Dave Selesky about that. You know Dave
Selesky,
the intrepid weatherman at K2. Dave is a wonderful dude. Are you kidding me?
I only met him once. I worked an event maybe a year ago or so.
He's just a dude,
and it was like some big. Let's put it this way: a Wyden was there.
Okay.
They were raising money for children.
Oh yeah.
Something like that, and he was the guest MC.
Yeah.
Dude is a monster.
Oh yeah, he's like 6'8".
He is a mountain.
Yeah, he's an awesome dude. He will when we're doing Rip City wrap up. His office is there's like if you're looking at us on the stage, there where the scoreboard's at, directly on the other side of that wall is his office, and he'll just pop out around the corner, just lean up against the wall and watch the show, give us weird looks. If you ever see me like shoot a look over to somebody, it's like a 95% chance it's Dave.
It's Dave Selesky.
He'll come over before we get on air because we're in the studio usually like 20 minutes before we get on air, and he'll come over and shoot stuff and. Want to know about something, complain about something, have a little fun, talk a little trash. Dave's a dude. I love him.
My closest brush with local media is, let's see here. Pete Ferryman once texted into the Hot Corner. He was like, I love this show. Because I was like talking about how I watch Fox 12 News at noon, the local one, and I love my guy Pete Ferryman and Bonnie. And Pete texted in. He was like, I love the show. And I was like, I love your show.
I love you, man.
Yeah, and I also feel bad. I can't remember the guy's name. He ended up moving to Seattle, but he was the president of the Oregon chapter of Washington State University, the Alumni Association. So I would see him at Tom's Pizzas for games all the time. But he's in Seattle now. I can't remember his name. I feel really bad about it.
Oh, yeah, I brought up Dave because we were talking about the weather and how it was so mild. And was it La Nina? Because it's not El Nino. It's La Nina, right?
Sure.
Now?
I don't know anything about it.
Which is Spanish for the Nina.
Indeed.
I took meteorology twice at Clark College. Don't know a thing.
Don't know a thing.
Don't know a thing.
But we were talking about how if it was going to snow, it's going to be in February. Like the way the cycle and the way things were going to push everything around. That if it was going to come around, that's what we're looking at. So that's not surprising. When I moved here, was it 90, 91? I don't know. Anyways, I think we got like a foot of snow the first week I was here. It was like the second week or third week of February.
What year?
90 or 91? I can't remember.
Before my time.
But yeah, I'd seen snow before because my grandma lived up on Big Bear in California. But I wasn't used to snow in my yard, and we had been here a week, and there was like a foot of I remember building a massive snowman and just being
See,
like,
I think
what
I
is
remember right
going
around
on?
then. I was probably like junior high,
Mhm.
and we had like one of those super cold like blizzard snow.
Yeah, we had
events.
it was a metric crap ton of snow.
yes,
That
and
was
like
the
that
official
super
measurement.
fine blowy stuff, and yeah, the
Mhm.
entire city
It was
shut down.
it was the good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the when the snow really starts to pile up and not like people
but
like
it was weird because it was in like March.
I
if I
think
remember correctly.
I think it was February, but I could
Yeah.
be wrong. But people like when they find out you should live in North Dakota, be like, "Oh man, you guys must have lots of snow." I'm like, I mean, yeah, like, but it doesn't snow that much. Like
It just snows and doesn't melt.
it doesn't melt and it turns to
Mm.
ice. Like it's just, but like don't get me wrong, there's a fair amount, but it never goes away. Like once the snow starts, it's like, all right, how much are we gonna get? And then it gets to a certain point and it doesn't really like snow beyond that. It just all freezes over. You're like, well, crap.
I grew up in Spokane, and I went to school in Pullman. Snows a lot in both those places.
Yeah, you guys get an awful lot of snow out
Literally in Pullman, you could walk to school uphill both ways in the snow.
there.
You literally can.
The good stuff.
Yeah. I have to make an on-air apology.
Oh,
Remember you were
what'd you
out.
do?
You were out, and my wife came on,
Mm,
and I was mentioning something about how my kids don't do sports.
mm,
Well, my middle child, she does gymnastics.
mm.
Well, used to do gymnastics. For she broke her arm.
Oh no.
She was like, my elbow hurts. And we were like, you should probably sit out a little bit. And she was like, my elbow really hurts. 2 weeks later, went to the doctor this morning. She's got a fracture. She's going to Randall's right now to
Oh
get a cast.
man. They still cast those, huh?
I guess so.
It's weird. Like you don't see hard casts anymore.
She's going to get a hard cast on her elbow. So
Ah.
I think it's going to be like,
Oh,
upper and lower arm.
man.
I know.
I mean,
And it's her right, and she's a righty.
mm,
Shout out Miss Claire, wherever you might be. She might be listening. She might be on her way.
she can't get away with the I can't write though. Well, she might get away with the I can't type thing. She can,
She's in 5th grade. They don't really type.
I mean, they write still.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, that's
What
wild.
kids do in schools these days is not what we do.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I have no idea of like what they do now.
Do you, you're a righty, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. How much stuff do you do with your left hand?
Metric crap ton.
Yeah.
I'm ambidextrous.
I am ish okay with my left. What's interesting is that if I try throwing or writing,
Mm.
absolute disaster.
Uh,
Absolute disaster.
Baseball can't throw. Lacrosse can play left-handed totally fine. Super weird.
Say that again?
Baseball can't throw left-handed.
Yeah.
Lacrosse, because you play right and left-handed.
Sure.
But it's not
Like I raft, I can paddle left
Yeah.
or right. I can do either side.
There's something
No
about
problem.
that motion that just how. God, I can't remember not to do that with my arm right now. But there's something about that motion with my left arm that does not compute, like that snap through. But you
Mhm.
put a lacrosse stick in my hand, and it's almost the same motion, and it's fine.
I played piano for a very long time,
Mm.
from 4 to 18. And I kind of lost interest in playing piano
Mm.
because my left hand could not keep up with my right hand.
Oh yeah.
That was pretty tough. Made me sad.
You can do things to like the more you do it, the more you can train it. Yeah, somebody broke the clock.
Who do you think broke the clock?
I would go Rob.
His first day back and he
First
broke
day
the
back,
clock?
he looked at the clock and said, "I'm not keeping to it." I was wondering how long it was going to take you to notice that.
Oh, I've noticed it. And then I realized
Okay.
I needed it.
Yeah, no, there's no clock there, and it's not only is it off, it's unplugged. I think in both the back of the clock and the actual plug.
I think I'm going to mount it somewhere far away.
Just put it up on the wall above the camera.
Yeah.
Well, it's okay. I'm not sure how much you can really count on that one for its accuracy anyway, because we have the same one in here that
It's 15 seconds fast.
that we synced with the original time, and now we're a minute ahead.
You know, you can't count on much, but you can't count on that.
How
thing
does a
breaking.
clock get ahead?
I don't know.
A second is a second.
Well, there's like software or hardware or some circuit board that could be wonky. Oh. Dude, I have a degree in liberal arts. What do you want from me? I don't know anything.
The hardware, the software, something wonky.
Something in there, yeah.
Something. The
Something,
wear.
yeah.
The wares.
The internal combustion of whatever's
The
going
internal
on
combustion engine of the digital clock.
of the digital clock.
I like
yeah.
that. I like that.
The only clock you can trust, the sun.
Mm.
Unless
It
it's
is pretty good.
Unless it's daylight savings, then you got to remember daylight savings.
Can we
Can't
just-
even trust the sun.
Yeah, well, we can't.
Can't even trust
we
the
just tried to
sun.
manipulate the sun. That was the problem. Disgusting stuff. Now, all I can think about, I'm jealous of those guys playing golf.
Sorry, dude.
God, I want to play golf today. I got a back-to-back against Memphis.
Mm.
But I haven't got my nails done tomorrow.
You're getting your nails did?
Not my actual nails. I'm just doing the petty.
I have an update on the clock.
Mm.
Brandon Sprague just told me that he unplugged it. It was 11:55 p.m. at 6:18 this morning,
Mm.
and it bothered him tremendously.
That makes sense.
I support that decision.
That makes sense. Yeah, that would drive me crazy. You a petty guy?
Petty guy?
Yeah.
Try not to be.
No. Pedicures.
Oh. No.
No?
My feet are gross.
Yeah, that's why you
I have hobbit feet.
And I don't want people touching.
That's
Yeah,
why
I don't
you-
want people touching
That's
my
why you
feet
have
either.
people take care of them for you.
No, I'm not a petty guy. I am also try not to be a petty guy,
Mm.
but I also love Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Eh.
So I'm like 10 toes down on one, wishy-wash on the other, and a no on the other.
See, I'm a no on a Tom Petty, but
You're a no on Tom Petty?
it's fine.
Dude, you say a lot of like unhinged stuff on this show. That could be the number one thing I've ever
It's
heard.
fine.
It's fine?
It's fine.
Dude, it's like summer music.
But it's fine. I get people like, oh, it's the best, it's talented. It's like it's fine.
He's got his own channel on the old Sirius XM.
Hell yeah, he does.
Can't help people with bad taste.
Wow. Oof.
See, I
It's-
get a lot of crap from the morning guys for saying that I think Rush and like the Rolling Stones are totally overrated.
Well, I like the Stones, but I hate Rush, so I'm with you.
Steely Dan.
I'd rather
I
go.
love Steely Dan.
Oh, Steely Dan sounds like a hangover.
Yeah,
'cause
I'd
it is.
rather go Rush than any of those.
Oh
But
God.
my girlfriend was making fun of my feet this morning. She's got paddle feet.
I have giant skis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She uses the word paddle because I have long, skinny feet, and she was ridiculing my toes.
I got long toes.
I got monkey toes.
I can't help it.
She's like, why? Why?
I'll-
She literally asked me why.
I was born that way.
And I'm like,
Why? Like I didn't choose this.
Like,
I didn't
hey,
pick
come
it
on
out.
now.
This is not like a character I made in a video game.
I mean, no, because if that were the case, my legs wouldn't be 6 inches long. I was the leftover Mr. Potato Head parts.
Yeah, I would be definitely like 6'2".
Yeah.
Although sometimes when I stand that high and look around, I'm like, this is uncomfortable.
Oh, I like it.
I like being the size.
I like going like what's a Family Guy? They like straighten out his back, and he's like Peter's like 8 inches taller.
Hmm.
I'm like, man, I could go from I'd take 6'3". That'd be great.
Oakley Dokley, we got a great show for you today. It's
More
football.
inches.
It's football. Everybody wants more inches.
Right.
It's Football Friday here on The Fan. There's a big game on Sunday coming up. And no, I'm not talking about Leeds and Nottingham Forest today at noon. Not talking about that. Big football game this weekend on Sunday. So we'll spend a lot of our day kind of discussing that. I would like to introduce you to the halftime show before I introduced my family last night. We had a lot of fun with it. So we'll do that as well. Some Hall of Fame chatter, NFL honors, etc. And we will check in on the Blazers as Scoot Henderson will make his season debut tonight, and everybody's excited to see that, including myself. But let's start how these teams win. We'll start in the NFC first with Seattle as they take on the Patriots in Super Bowl 60. This is Portland Sports Leader, 105.1 The Fan. A lot to get to this hour, but it's 10:18. I don't have a clock in front of me, so I'm just guessing. I think it's 10:18. Portland Sports Leader, don't you forget it. We're live.
Don't you have a clock on your little mic control box?
I do. There's one right there. There's also one over here, too. I liked the one right there.
He was big. He's blind.
Yeah, I am super blind. I think that woman I watched skating is from Georgia, the country, not the state.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can usually tell when they're from Georgia the state.
That'd be weird if the Americans were now from like their state and not America. That'd be really strange.
We get mopped.
State of Oregon?
Yeah.
What about the state of Washington, baby?
Mopped.
Washington versus Oregon? I'm going to take Washington in that fight.
Winter Olympics?
From what? Like, why would they be better at Winter Olympics in Oregon?
Your mountain sucks.
What? We have the Cascades,
There
bruh.
are a lot of ski resorts up there?
No, you got to go
Yeah.
way up north for
That's
it.
what I'm saying.
Like Baker.
For years, the U.S. ski team would train at Mount Hood.
Yeah.
I know. It's beautiful up there.
Wendell's. The
50
old ski camp.
503-864-6326. That's the fan text line. She'll let you get down with us all day. Also over on the YouTubes, 1051thefan.com. Wherever. Thanks for hanging out with us. In about a half hour, I want to have a fun conversation. Who are the players you're going to watch? So that's how I tend to watch Super Bowls. Because I don't really have a team, so I kind of like to watch specific players. So we'll take a peek at who you like with that. But let's start kind of basically diving right into this Super Bowl, all right? I'm going to ask the simple question, guys. How does Seattle win this football game?
That one seems pretty simple to me.
Show up?
Yeah.
That's all you got?
Well, let's just kind of go down it. Do the Patriots have a better defensive line than the Seahawks have offensive line?
No.
Okay. Do the Patriots have a better secondary than the Seahawks have wide receiver core?
No.
Okay. Have the Seahawks run the ball well? And or I should say, have they been running the ball well for the last 7 weeks?
Sure have.
Okay. Is their quarterback good?
Solid, super solid.
Okay.
Not second in MVP, though.
Go to the other side of the ball. Is the Seahawks
Not close.
defense good?
Not close.
Okay.
Not
Like
close.
whether it's defensive line, whether it's linebacker or secondary, like is there anything about the Patriots offense that scares you? Not named Drake May.
No, not really. I think when you look at Seattle and their approach to this game, I think they have a lot more rope than New England does, which I think it should benefit them. But also that could be what bites them. I think Seattle is very fortunate that they don't have to play perfect. I don't think Seattle needs to play perfect to win this game. I don't even think Sam Darnold needs to play great. I think he can be kind of okay, and they can still win this game. Sam Darnold, honestly, could have a pick and a fumble, and Seattle could still win
the
by
game.
double digits. Yeah. So I think Seattle, it's going to be interesting. I think the most fascinating thing for me when it comes to Seattle and how they win this game is how they start. Do they start in this kind of predictable way of running the football, clock management, don't showcase too much, kind of feel each other out? Like if you ever watch a World Cup final or a Euro final, something like that, the first half is almost always garbage.
Yeah.
Because it's two teams, nobody's really trying anything. We're all kind of just standing around looking at each
See
other.
what we got here.
Yeah, kind of feeling each other out. So I'm curious if Kubiak and McDonald decide that more conservative route going into the game to just kind of flush it out, maybe wait for Drake to make a mistake or lean on that defense, because they kind of, in my opinion, they get to play with house money. Because like I said, Sam doesn't have to be perfect at all. And Seattle, I think to your point, can win a variety of different ways. They can win by running the ball. They got the best wide receiver in the NFL this year in JSN. That defensive line is nasty. The secondary is pretty damn good too. They scheme well.
There's not like this narrow pathway for them to win. And
There really isn't.
Has the line moved yet?
I don't think so.
Is it still sitting at 4.5?
ESPN's got it 4.5.
Oh, so it's still 4.5.
See, I really want to see what that line is at half hour before.
Yeah, when the sharps all come in.
Yeah, it's because you could get me at 7.
Yeah.
You could get Seattle at 7. I usually want that hook. You could give me 7 and I'd take it.
I mean, I might take 8.5.
That's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
Look, I've gotten plenty of these wrong, but this feels like a game where Seattle's going to go in there and just beat the crap out of them.
See, and that's why I hesitate, because it feels like in a lot of those games that is exactly not what winds up happening.
No.
When you've got
It's
everybody screaming from the mountaintops that this one team is going to slaughter the other.
Chiefs three-peat, and they got blown out.
Mm.
But
Peyton Manning and the Broncos against the Seahawks. That was a bloodbath.
Well,
yesterday on the happy hour, I called it a 24-20 game for Seattle.
that game was also over immediately.
Which one?
The Broncos Seahawks.
Yeah.
It was over immediately.
Poor Peyton. That was a rough one.
Whoop.
But I think, and that's why it's hard for me to move off Seattle, is that I just think they have so many avenues that they can win this game. They can get a pick six. They can get a strip sack. They can run the ball. They can control the clock. They can out scheme. The question is will they have the intensity, I think? Because, we'll get to the Patriots here in a moment. The other side's going to bring the intensity. That's a Vrabel guy. That's a Vrabel situation. To where McDonald and Kubiak seem a lot more methodical, seem a lot more patient, and maybe that patience is what pays off for them in this game. Let's not get cute. Let's not get crazy. If we're down 7-0 in the first quarter, everything's going to be okay. And I think that is the largest benefit you can ever have walking into a Super Bowl, is that if you don't score first, you are not going to get blown out. Now, and anything can happen, obviously. But I also think as we get closer and closer to these games, after we talk about it for 2 weeks, look, I think people did that with the national championship. Now, that turned out to be correct. A lot of us really thought Indiana was going to roll that game. Miami came to play.
Yeah.
They came to play and made that game pretty close. They uglied it up a little bit. They got after Mendoza early.
And you kind of have a Cignetti versus Cristobal matchup here.
You kind of do.
You know what I mean?
You kind of do.
You have the Broy coach, and you have the more cerebral, scheming, preparation guy. And I think it makes for a good matchup on paper. But the Patriots' lack of overall offensive firepower and the health of Drake May just made me go, I don't know, man. Look, I'm not counting the Patriots out entirely just because they do have a great coach and they don't really have a ton of weaknesses. It's just that none of their strengths are overwhelming in the sense of how can you exploit Seattle? That's ultimately what I come back to. If you're asking me, how does Seattle win? How does New England win? It's the pathways that are available at Seattle are, I don't want to say infinitely, but significantly more attainable.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels more like it would be Seattle screwing something up as opposed to the Patriots forcing their hand. And when you've got that, because the Rams-Panthers matchup in the playoffs and during the regular season, you're just like, why does that make there's nothing about this that
should make sense.
That makes sense. But it's not that kind of thing. You know what I mean? The Patriots are clearly good, but are they better or can they be better than Seattle at any given thing? And I think the answer is no outside of a quarterback.
I think so too. And how Seattle got here too, I think should speak volumes as well. They've played well the entire time.
Beating the crap out of
They've
teams.
played well the entire time, and I know the Niners were kind of lucky to be there, and the Eagles kind of S the bet on that one, and the Niners were able to come out of that. So that's definitely helpful, but I think Seattle would have taken care of Philly as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the Rams gave them everything they had.
Yeah.
The Rams absolutely gave them everything they had. Stafford had a great game, and Seattle was still able to kind of control that, and it boiled down to Sam being perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't think the other side, the team that Seattle is facing, does not present the same challenges that some of those other teams. They truly are battle tested, and are coming into this game with all the momentum. And I don't know if this is just part of our business, in people getting closer to the game and starting to say that they think it's going to be pretty close. And I'm going to read some texts first from Seahawk fans, and we'll get to some Patriots fans here in a moment.
Yeah, do we have to?
We do, yeah. I think, what am I trying to say here? I think that sometimes the narrative wants to make it a close game so that we're all still engaged. Mm-hmm. When sometimes two truths
it just
can be
may
had.
not be.
It just might not be close, and it might still be fun and engaging, even if it's kind of a blowout. This texter, 31-14, Seattle controls the trenches on both sides of the ball. Blowout isn't the word I'll use, but comfortable is better. I think that's a fair statement. And that's, when you start previewing any football game, Can we run the ball? Can we control the clock? It's going to be the uglies in the trenches.
Turnovers.
Turnovers. It's the same thing.
Explosives.
Same thing we say every single time about every single game, and I think Seattle is the stronger on both of those, on all of those, except for maybe
just both.
I was about to say except for maybe the turnovers, and then I remembered Drake May's playing this game.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get to that. Let's slide over to the Patriots. What do they got to do? Because I think that conversation is a lot more fascinating than the Seahawks, simply because I think there's only one path to success. We'll go there next, but first we'll toss it to the Kahuna with sports.
You ever had a big Kahuna burger?
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
First on The Fan, the Trailblazers welcome in the Grizzlies for the first of a back-to-back tonight. But, of course, the big news from yesterday, Scoot Henderson expected to make his season debut after recovering from a torn hamstring suffered in a September preseason workout. Denny Avdia is questionable with the lingering lower back strain. 7 o'clock tip on KUNP, that is 2.2 on your antenna, or Xfinity Channel 302 and 1016. The Blazers are 8.5-point favorites. Super Bowl weekend is finally here. Seahawks and Patriots for all the marbles in Santa Clara. 3:30-ish kick on NBC and Peacock. Seattle head coach Mike McDonald says he fully expects rookie safety Nick Amon-Wari to play despite missing practice yesterday with a low ankle sprain. The Seahawks are 4.5-point favorites. The Browns announced defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz has resigned after missing out on their head coaching job. Over on the PGA Tour, we got round 2 of the Waste Management Phoenix Open at TPC Scottsdale. And Hideki Matsuyama, he's got looking like the round of the day so far. 7 under through 13. He is at the top of the leaderboard at 10 under par. Your first round leader, Chris Gotterup, he is 2 strokes back. He tees off just before noon. Some other names of note, you got Kashmir Keith Mitchell. He is 3 under par overall. Colin Morikawa, Ricky Fowler, Jordan Spieth, all at 1 under par. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Russ from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of prime time with Isaac and Sue. Weekdays 3 to 7. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
See, it's like vibes. Just telling Rusty in his ear. Bad Bunny's like vibes, man. That's what one of our sales execs said to me. One of our AEs, Paulina, she was like, Bad Bunny's just vibes. Just vibes. I'm kind of into it. We were listening
I
to
knew
it.
zero about Bad Bunny until I watched Happy Gilmore too.
Yeah, I dove into it last night with the fam, and,
Yeah.
and we had a really nice time in the kitchen while I was cooking dinner. So that was really fun. We asked you the question, how Seattle wins this football game, and we'll switch it over to the Patriots right now. Get your thoughts, and a lot of them coming in here, 503-864-6326. I just kind of mentioned this to the crew in the YouTube chat, that while I don't have a dog in this fight, and I've been high on Seattle all year, and I like them in this game, there is something really cool about this Patriots team. I think they have a really rad story. The fact that they had, the number 3rd overall pick, something like that, in the draft last year, and here they are in the Super Bowl. Coach of the Year, Mike Vrabel, that helps. And Drake May barely losing to Matt Stafford as an MVP definitely helps as well. I think if they can take down a team like Seattle, this would turn into a really, really cool story. I worry there's really only one way to do it, and it all lands, unfortunately, on Drake May, on the quarterback play, and can he not be doo-doo? Because despite the fact that they've won all their games and been the better team in every game, he's not playing pretty.
Right. That's what I think this kind of comes down to. We just got done talking about how all the ways Seattle can win this game, yet the threading of the needle for the Patriots is, can Drake May be great? And the answer is yes.
Very
he
much
can
so.
be.
He
There's
can.
no doubt about it. He just finished second in MVP voting and was very close to winning. But how has he played in the playoffs?
Not great. Not great. Now, to his defense, Chargers, solid defense. Solid defense. Houston, elite.
Yes.
Denver, elite. Weather, snow in New England,
Sure.
blizzard in Denver. So there's a lot of things that kind of went against their way, which again kind of leads into that narrative of why they are such a cool story. A lot of adversity. They had to get through Josh Allen and the Bills and won that division easily. I know they went 1-1 against the Bills, but beating the Bills in Buffalo is not an easy thing. And they were able to do that. I know it's their only one great big win of the year, but I think that's what adds to it. And that might be why people view this game as going to be closer than it actually is, because they've got a lot of that juice to them.
They found a way to win in spite of insert X.
Yeah.
There's probably there's a fair argument to be made there. And it's, again, this isn't the Patriots team. They didn't stumble into this this whole idea of, it's been beat to death. Well, they didn't play anybody this year. Their schedule, and I'm like, yeah, but here's the thing. Coming into this season, we looked at the 49ers and we're like, they'll be better because they won't be as hurt as they were. But you watch them play, and even though they stacked up wins and they were what they were, and obviously with all the injuries by the end of the season, they weren't at full capability. The 49ers have felt fraudulent the entire season.
You've
lost.
been on that all year.
The Patriots have not felt fraudulent. Have you watched them play this season and been like, I don't know, man?
No.
That was the thing, is
No, even when people like Sam Darnold, or not, sorry, even when Drake May's not playing well in the playoffs, I never thought they were the worst team.
their floor is high.
Very high.
You don't look at them and go, well, they're crap. It's just they've been a good. I picked them to be a wild card team this year. I thought they would be one of the teams. I thought them and the Bears, the AFC, my NFC. Those were the two wild card teams. I was just like, I think these teams are both going to be better than people think. And it's not. I'm not sitting here to toot my own horn. It was just quarterback play, tantamount. There was a lot of volatility in both Caleb and Drake, right? And what they could do or what they couldn't do. And I was like, you know what, though? But they're surrounded with great coaching. Their teams make sense. They've got weapons on both sides of the field. They've got playmakers on both sides of the field. I don't look at either of those teams and go, yeah, that offensive line, oof, Texans. You know what I mean? Oof, or there is not a single wide receiver on this team, or oof, that running. You know what I mean? There isn't this thing that just falls off a cliff where you're like, you have to compensate.
They are very good everywhere.
Yes, and that's the thing is
except for maybe left tackle.
But even with that,
kid's 22 years old,
and you're not sitting there going, this offensive line, they can't keep Drake May alive. It's not Justin Herbert. It's not C.J. Stroud. We're oh sweet Jesus, they can't. You better get rid of the ball quick, or you're gonna die.
Yeah, I guess the one thing that scares me, though, is there's some stat out there. I saw it last night. I can't remember what it is, but it's he's got 8 turnovers in his last 10 quarters. That's a rough stat. That's a rough stat. But I think there is some of it, too, to be said about their defense is peaking at the right time. Is their defense better than Seattle's? No, not on paper, not schematically, not
They're good.
the eyeball test, but feel, juice, they're very good. And I'll read this text here as this texter points out. When Gonzalez and the other corner are both healthy and playing together this year, that defense has only allowed 14 points a game. Also, Seattle is down their power running back. Let's not underestimate the Super Bowl experience advantage that the New England coaching staff has. This game will be close. That's a fair point.
This sounds like a Patriots fan.
Sure, fine, but I don't think there's anything wrong with what they have to say.
No.
Vrabel and McDaniels, they've been here.
Yeah.
McDaniels has won these and lost these. McDaniels has won these because of stuff he's done, and he's lost these because of stuff that was out of his control.
Yeah.
The Philly special, that doesn't go on the offensive coordinator. That's not on Tom. That's not, I mean, you could maybe point that on Belichick. They called Philly special. I didn't see that coming.
You got to go Philly.
So you know that coaching staff, while I prefer schematically the defensive approach from McDonald over Vrabel, and the offensive mind, I like the current offensive mind of Kubiak, more modernized than McDaniels, who somehow keeps staying around. He's like a cockroach of an offensive coordinator. He just evolves and adapts and adapts. I think that texter's right, that can't be taken for granted.
No, it can't. And also, again, I don't want to sit here and say that the Seahawks are going to go out there and beat the Patriots because the Patriots suck. Because that's not the case. They're good.
I think that,
I just think the
they're very
Seahawks are very good. And that's the differentiating mark for me.
As a Pats fan in general, it seems like Seattle's getting slightly overrated. People are definitely underrating New England. I think just went over that. As a Seahawks fan, the only thing I'm afraid of is Drake May's legs. Defense might get the Pats into third and long and then make and keep a drive alive, and those feel like daggers sometimes.
Yeah, he was second in the NFL in rushing yards for quarterbacks.
Enter Justin Herbert. I said it all year. Anytime late, there was two games I can remember specifically where he had a big run late, and it was over.
Yep.
And if Drake May can do that, it will be rough. This other one, the path to New England winning is pressure up the middle on Darnold, and Drake picking up first downs with his legs. Then he'll need to hit a couple of those throws. That's the big one. I think I misspoke when I said that a lot of this lies on Drake May. That it all lies on Drake May. That's an incorrect statement. He has the most pressure of anybody, but that defense has to get at Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
They can't not get at him.
You got to make him see a ghost.
I know that's easy to say. Obviously, you want pressure on a quarterback in every game, but they have to at least see if they have to say, are you thinking about seeing ghosts?
Are you thinking about thinking?
Yes. That make Sam Darnold beat you.
Yeah.
Make him beat you. Because there are times when
he's capable of it.
Very capable. There are times where he doo-doos down his leg and they can still survive. But when does that kind of clock strike midnight?
Yeah.
When can that?
I think you need to stack mistakes. I don't think you can just have we got to him a couple times. I think you need to make him feel that pressure. You need to get him not only off rhythm, you need to get them off the clock. You have got to get them in. It's just so football platitudes. You can't let them have 2nd and 4, 2nd and 3. That can't be a thing. You can't let them be successful on first down and get in a rhythm and allow them to chew clock, chew up possession time, and be productive in that vein. You've got to put them behind the sticks. You have got to get them off the platform that they want to be on, both as a thrower, as a quarterback, but also the being on top of the game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Do either of these teams strike you as teams that are uncomfortable playing from behind or playing with the lead?
No.
That's what makes this interesting to me.
No, that's a great point. No, I don't think so. Right as we're about to get into players you really want to watch, I think that's where another spot of that defense is gonna have some troubles. And it's if you spend all your resources on JSN, that Cooper Kupp guy is a Super Bowl MVP.
Pretty good.
So that's why the pressure on Darnold is so important, because the weapons outside of Darnold, whether it's K9 running the football and Kenneth Walker III, or it's Jackson Smith and Jigba or Cooper Kupp on the other side, there's a lot of movement around there, a lot of different things that can go right and go wrong.
Jake Bobo.
Jake Bobo has 4 catches, 2 touchdowns. Fantasy god, Jake Bobo.
High efficiency.
We come back. Players you're interested in, send those in to me, 503-864-6326. Obviously quarterbacks are easy, but what do you like? Outside of that, maybe even a little MVP chatter of who it could be. We'll do all that next. Portland Sports Leader 105.1 The Fan. Coming up in hour number deuce, hey, who's this guy? We'll walk you through Bad Bunny, talk some Super Bowl halftime shows. Also in hour number deuce, Blaze got a point guard playing tonight. Woo-woo! Got 2 point guards to play tonight.
Hot damn.
I'm so excited.
I'd say, is that the first time this happens this season? The answer is yes.
I'm so excited. We'll get to that in hour number deuce. Some players you're interested in watching for this Super Bowl. I'll read some texts here real quick. Interested in watching Gonzalez versus JSN? Go back and look at what Zay Egbuka in London did to him. Not sure why people are acting like Seattle's going to have to look to throw elsewhere. I think that's an interesting take too. I thought the Broncos game, I feel people are really high on the Christian Gonzalez supply, and I'm not quite sure why.
He's good. Gonzalez is a really good corner.
He's a really good corner. He's not Patrick Surtain.
No.
And JSN, the difference between JSN and some of these dudes is that guy is fast and he runs routes maybe better than all three of those dudes.
Yeah.
And I love Egbuka. You love Drake London, obviously. And Zay Flowers or Zay and all these people are great. JSN's a different level.
Yeah.
You know?
No, he will. What was it? NFL Live I was watching the other night. I think it was Wednesday night. They did a package on JSN and just everything that he does. There's not a route that he doesn't run exquisitely. Like his ability to get guys to turn, his ability to create separation out of the break. Like he's a nightmare. Like he's not my favorite wide receiver in the league because, again, I always default to the bigger wide receivers. I don't know if you noticed this. I like bigger players across sports.
Well, that's what I was going to say.
But he plays bigger than he is.
That's what I was going to say. The Justin Jeffersons and the Jamar Chases of the world are excellent. And for my money, I can't believe I'd say this. It hurts saying it. I guess I'd take over JSN. And that really is really, really painful to say because I like him a lot. I saw something that last year JSN in the slot position was the best slot receiver in the NFL.
And this year he's the best outside wide receiver.
And this year he's the best outside wide receiver. That is must-watch television for me. And as you saw Sam Darnold in Minnesota last year having a weapon like that, he is fully capable of exploiting that weapon. In fact, he may have unlocked it. Maybe JSN's just the better type for Sam than Justin Jefferson is. He will be my number one guy that I look for. I will be watching JSN pretty religiously on Sunday.
That's an easy one for me. He's definitely like the I think he's probably the most enticing player in the game. And it's easy to say either quarterback. I'm going to go with my bias. I'm going to go with Big Cat.
Sure.
I'm going to go with Leonard Williams.
Why not?
Can he get to Drake May? Can he require – I mean, he does. He requires a double team damn near play. Can he be a guy that is disruptive?
Does he create plays for Lawrence or does Lawrence create plays for him? That'll be an interesting battle to watch. I agree. Those dudes – I think those dudes are what flips it for me in this whole game. I think it's that defensive line in general. I think the secondary is pretty solid too for Seattle, but that D line is kind of what's got them here and what allows for Sam to not be perfect. And we just saw Denver was able to get at Drake May. Houston was able to get at Drake May. The Chargers, Ishish able to get to Drake May. And I don't know if Seattle's D line is better than Houston's per se, but it's damn close, either way or the other. And if those guys are having success, that's what it's going to be. On the flip side, I hate to do this because I think the poor kid's been getting killed all week, by myself included. I'm going to watch that left tackle for New England. That's kind of
it's the easy one to highlight.
It kind of piggybacks on what you're saying about the D-line, but Will Campbell has got to come to play.
Well, the thing is, Will Campbell does have to come. I mean, that Patriots offensive line has to come to play because the thing about this front for Seattle, there's not a Myles Garrett, there's not a TJ Watt, there's not an absolute terrorist on that defensive line. What you have is four guys with 6+ sacks. Three of them have 7 on the season. That's in the regular season. Nwosu, Williams, Murphy all have 7. DeMarcus Lawrence has 6. You've just there isn't one guy, but they all are capable pass rushers.
Collective unit.
They can all at any given time they can beat their guy. They can be disruptive. They can win they can win the play. And having it's, was it Chris Jones? Was it 2 years ago? He was playing. Where's my guy? You know what I mean? Like he was pointing guys out like, no, you. And he just moved wherever he wanted to on the defensive line to go find his matchup. And he said, "Your food. I'm going to sit here for a little while and eat." I'm
hungry.
I like what you've got to offer here, son. I'm going to sit on down and have me a plate. That's the thing is Seattle can kind of just go, Hey, Nwosu's working on this edge. Hey, Murphy and Williams are absolutely cooking now in the middle. You're going to flip sides with DeMarcus Lawrence. Like it's just they can kind of pick and see how they want to attack it. And with the head coach being a defensive-minded, scheming head coach, I expect to see that.
Mm-hmm.
I expect to see them kind of go, okay, who's got the matchup?
I want to know if Drake May goes after Eamon Worry. How healthy is he? You know, I'd like to see that.
I think you do want to see that. I think you do want to test it.
You're looking at me like you have inside information.
No. He is the kind of player historically in football, my favorite players are guys like him.
Sure. There's nothing not to like about him.
It's the guy that it doesn't matter if it's at the line of scrimmage or deep in the secondary, will light you up, will play sideline to sideline, will break up passes, will make every tackle, can come off the edge for like one of my favorite players of all time is Brian Urlacher. If you guys don't know about Brian Urlacher in college, there isn't a position in football that he didn't play on defense. This guy was
University of Arizona. No,
New
Mexico.
Mexico.
Thank you, New Mexico.
He was a safety, linebacker, edge rusher, punt returner, wide receiver. The dude was just everywhere, just a player of players, right? Eamon Worry just kind of reminds me of that kind of player. And I know he's just a rookie and all those kind of things, but when I watch him play, it's like, what's his name at Ohio State right now? Caleb Downs. It's the same kind of way. Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed. Like, you just see these guys that are the tweeners, where they're just football players. I get the idea that you can't
They're ball hawks, not in the sense of like INTs, but they are around the football.
Everywhere. Always around the ball.
Luke Kuechly
I was just going to say Kuechly and Posluszny, both guys that you're just around. Ray Lewis, obviously, but, Ray's pass coverage not exactly nearly as good, but as a tackler, good gravy. But those kind of Fred Warner's another one of those guys. Like, you're just everywhere.
Bobby Wagner.
Oh, God. But even Worry just feels like that guy, and I feel like you can't play scared. You can't play afraid of him, and you do have to test him because he's got the sprained ankle. But I was giving you that look like, do you really want to test him?
Well, and that's another part that you can probably look at. Some people on the text line pointing out Hunter Henry, because in the receiving group, if I take Henry out of the receiving group and leave him in his hybrid tight end group, somebody other than Stephon Diggs is going to have to step up.
Yeah.
And the problem is that I think New England's going to run into offensively is it doesn't have to be Weatherspoon on him at all times. They don't have to say, let's take our number one corner and put it on your number one receiver. I think they can rotate guys around.
Well, you've got him and Reek, and if you're like, well, typically you're looking at, like, if you've got a tight end, you've got a safety or a linebacker you can kind of take out of this because your size or your mobility. It's like, well, that's the thing about even Worry. He's like 6'3", 230. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't little tiny safety in the back end. Even Worry's a monster. He's a big dude. And it's like, I just look at that and I go, I don't know, man. Like, is that the matchup you're really hunting for?
Yeah.
Is that where you want to, and again, to that listener's point, they're right. Somebody else does need to show up, and I like
Hunter Henry would be the guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's either that or it's the guy who you're not thinking of. You know what I mean? Like, we've had Super Bowls like that where you get a guy who's
Jake Bobo.
You're like, wow, Jake Bobo had 3 catches, 2 of them for touchdowns.
Hey, the Legion of Boom won a Super Bowl and a defensive player won the MVP. Do you know who it was? It's not Richard Sherman. It's not Earl Thomas. It's not Cam Chancellor.
Not Bobby.
It's not Cliff Averill.
Not your pass rushers.
No.
It's Malcolm Smith.
Malcolm Smith, because he was the guy in the right spot at the right time.
Fight on.
Damn it. I did not know he was SC. Well, now I hate him.
Woo!
When we come back, let's introduce you to the halftime show, and we'll have a little fun with halftimes in general, and then we'll get to Joe Cronin and kind of a big off season for him since the deadline was quiet, and a little chatter about Scoot coming back tonight, plus Web Gems. Loaded second hour. Stick with us. 105.1 The Fan.
Isaac
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Jeff Rust here with your Sports Center update. First on The Fan, the Trailblazers welcome in the Grizzlies for the first of a back-to-back this evening. Of course, the big news, though, Scoot Henderson expected to make his season debut after recovering from a torn hamstring suffered in a September preseason workout. Denny Avdia is questionable with a lingering lower back injury. 7 o'clock tip on KUNP, that is 2.2 on your antenna, or Xfinity Channel 302 and 1016. The Blazers are 8.5-point favorites. Super Bowl weekend is finally here. Seahawks and Patriots for all the marbles in Santa Clara. 3:30-ish kick on NBC and Peacock. Seattle head coach Mike McDonald says he fully expects rookie safety Nick Ebenwari to play despite missing practice yesterday with a low ankle sprain. The Seahawks are 4.5-point favorites. The Browns announced defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz has resigned after missing out on their head coaching job. Over on the PGA Tour, round 2 of the Waste Management Phoenix Open, at TPC Scottsdale. Hideki Matsuyama screaming up the leaderboard. He is 8 under on the day through 16. That puts him in the lead at 11 under overall. In second place is first round leader Chris Gotterup at 8 under par. He starts his second round at 11:55. Akshay Bhatia all alone in third at 7 under. Some other names of note: casualty Keith Mitchell is 2 under par. Keith Mitchell is 3 under. Ricky Fowler 2 under. Colin Morikawa, Xander Schauffele, and Jordan Spieth all at 1 under par. For sports scores and stories in 30 minutes, I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work, insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
Sports Saturday with Joe Fisher and Rashad Taylor. Saturday mornings at 9 on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Hour number deuce here, the firm of Harris and Meringue. I totally blanked out right there. I turned my microphone on and stared off at the distance.
You
I was
did.
Like, what am I doing right now?
You had the look on your face like you smelled my giant burrito again.
Oh, don't do that, man. If you missed any of the first hour, you can download that, the Fan Podcast 105.1.
Sounds like a really bad euphemism for something.
Thefan.com.
My big, hot, stinky burrito.
Yeah, jump on the YouTubes and check us out there. If you missed, Ken Barkley made his triumphant return. Of course he did. The biggest gambling event in American sports is this weekend. If you missed him on the Sunrise Guys this morning, you can check that out. If you missed the return of Isaac Ropp last night, you can check that out on the YouTubes, the Odyssey app, wherever you get your podcast. Rewind, fast forward, except for the future. For that would be impossible. Isaac and Souk, yeah, those guys. You know, the number one show in town. They're hitting the road for a souped-up show today. Join us for the Tullamore Dew Football Festival from 3 to 7 at Kells Brewery on 21st in Northwest Portland, just up the road from us today. Get ready for Sunday's big game with Primetime at Kells. Tullamore Dew will have giveaways throughout the show, including tickets to Portland's biggest St. Patrick's Day celebration, the Smoker and Irish Fest. Join us from 3 to 7 for the Tullamore Dew Football Fest at Kells on 21st. I know Lowercase will be there. Joseph Fisher III will be there. Obviously, Isaac and Souk. I'm sure Jake will be there. And myself. I will be there for a little bit, probably the first hour. Come down. Say hi to us, guys. We love being on location. This hour, we'll get into some halftime chatter, and also we'll switch over to the Blazers as they're back in action tonight. Maybe I'll ask some questions, Danny, about Joe Cronin and what this offseason might look like. But more importantly, Scoot Henderson back in action tonight for your Portland Trailblazers.
Well, look at that. It's nice to see.
It is very, very nice to see. I'm happy. I'm happy for the kid just to be able to get out on the court
and
play some basketball.
You got updates on it. Shocking.
That's what they all wanted.
Material change leads to material update. I would imagine he's probably going to be on a 15-minute.
That's what I would think. I think 20 minutes would be pushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have a little bit of chatter about that. But I wanted to talk to you guys all, introduce you to my new friend, Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio, also known as Bad Bunny.
Felt like you just strung together a bunch of actors' names.
He's got 4 names. I also have 4 names, so I love somebody with 4 names. And actually, he has Antonio. I have Anthony. So we're basically
You and Bad Bunny.
We're basically related.
Samesies.
Basically the same person.
Songbirds of a generation.
He has better hair than I do. I am better looking, but we'll call it even there. Professionally known as Bad Bunny. He's from Puerto Rico. They call him the king of Latin trap. He was once the 24/7 champion in WWE. He has wrestled at a Royal Rumble, a WrestleMania, and a Backlash. That's kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
And like I kind of said last night, we were listening to his music. It's really cool stuff. Like if you've never really dove into it, and I think it is going to be an absolute spectacle. And a lot of it is kind of that traditional Latin music vibe because I didn't know what to expect. When I first got into the music and I was starting to listen to it, I was kind of expecting heavy beat-driven trap music by a guy who speaks Spanish.
I mean, it's easy to do that.
That is not the case. There is so much traditional Latin music in his stuff that if there's like a band out on the field tomorrow or on Sunday, that's going to be really cool. That's going to be really, really cool. And then he does kind of like, I'm not a fan of him because I don't like his cadence or really his subject matter or him as a human being. But he kind of reminds me a little of Drake in the sense of how his voice is presented, like the effects on his voice and kind of
the harmony.
Yes, that kind of stuff. So I get a lot of really cool vibes from that.
Maybe I can have a kid tell me this is the first person they've ever heard like rap in harmony, and we can introduce them to Bone Thugs in harmony.
They are literally called Bone Thugs in Harmony.
When Drake reached his peak before Kendrick stuffed him in a box, the number of times I would see some young person or hear some young person talk about that, and I was like, are they trying to trigger me? Mm-hmm. Is that what this is? Like, Drake's the first guy to really do this. And I'm just like, there's a whole group, guys. They're really good. Everyone my age loves them. When I got my tattoo, you know what we listened to? A lot of Bone Thugs.
A lot of Bone Thugs.
He was like, hey, man, do you mind if I throw some music on? I'm like, what are you throwing on? Click. I think he started with Wu-Tang. And I'm like, we're good here. And then I think like 2 or 3 songs later, Bone Thugs. And I'm like, you can leave the playlist on. Like,
just let it ride.
This is smooth sailing so far.
Bad Bunny's 3rd solo album was the first all-Spanish language album to hit the Billboard Top 200, which is pretty rad. He is the current rating. This happened the other night. He won 6 Grammy Awards, Album of the Year. He is the most streamed artist on Spotify from 2020 to 2022 and in 2025. He was 2nd in 23 and 3rd in 24.
Coward. I can tell you right now.
That's pretty amazing.
Oh, no, it is. People getting worked about Bad Bunny don't. I do find it. I'm trying to find the right word. I said interesting when we were talking off air. I was debating between interesting or weird. The staggering majority of your audience speaks English. And it sounds like he's going to do the whole show in Spanish.
I don't know.
That's what I've read so far.
I don't know.
If I'm wrong, somebody please correct me. If that's the case, I think that's a little interesting. A little interesting. I don't know if it's wrong.
No.
I just don't know if that's necessarily the place for that. But I mean, again, he also what did he pay? $8 million? I think is what he paid.
I don't remember what it was. I know it used to be like a percentage of your next tour would go to the NFL.
Yeah,
because
but
they
you
say
also
it's
have
the
to,
biggest stage in the world.
You also have to pay like a flat rate plus.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it was 7 or 8 million.
I just came across a quote like literally 30 seconds ago too on Bad Bunny speaking on his Super Bowl appearance, and the quote is, "They don't have to learn Spanish. It's better if they learn to dance."
And that's how I kind of look at it, too. I mean, there's so many people that go out there, like, I use, for example, Bruno Mars all the time. When Bruno was the halftime show, I knew Uptown Funk.
Yeah.
But I didn't really know a lot of his other stuff. So I already don't know the lyrics. And when you watch the Super Bowl halftime, it's not like Dolby surround sound, giant system,
it's
or
hard to pick
headphones
it
on.
out.
So I don't know what they're saying anyway. I actually would, with the Latin vibe, I would actually prefer the Spanish. If I'm being honest.
Again, I'm
here for the party.
I'm not against it at all.
I'm here for the vibes.
When you're talking about the audience that you're going to, the staggering majority is not 24 and under Latin pop star fans.
What if I argue, though, like my kids knew a Bad Bunny song.
Sure.
We have an AE, a younger AE in her 20s that works here who knows Bad Bunny.
Uh-huh.
I wonder if that is a part of a demographic that the NFL doesn't have right now.
Oh, for sure.
And this is a nice bridge. Because let's be serious. If we all loved the Dre and Company because we're old.
Yeah.
And
No,
when
it was for us. But here's the thing: who's buying this?
I know, but we're going to watch anyway. What my argument might be is that there are younger generations that might tune into the game that normally wouldn't.
That's fair.
I've got a buddy who's taking his kids to Disneyland
Yeah.
on Sunday. He's so stoked.
I can tell you right now, the Bad Bunny performance is going to be better than the opening ceremony performance.
I couldn't get it to work. It kept glitching.
You're not missing anything. It's
Viva Italiano.
it's very Italian.
That's all right.
And now they're marching out what? Okay, they zoomed in a little bit. They look like Teletubbies at first, and I was like, oh no, what's going on here? It's some weird stuff going on here.
Let's see here. Bad Bunny is also an actor.
Oh yeah, Happy Gilmore too.
He was in Happy Gilmore 2.
And he was hilarious.
I didn't even know who he was. I was like, who's that guy? He's funny. He's also in a movie called Bullet Train, Cassandro, Caught Stealing.
Oh, that's right. He was on Bullet Train, huh?
I don't think I saw that. Is that
That's the Brad
Brad
Pitt one.
Pitt?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that.
No, he kind of reminds me of he's got some actual acting chops to him. Like he's good on camera. God, I'm trying to think of his name, and I can't think of his name now. It's driving me crazy. Turturro in Mr. Deeds. John.
Okay.
Yeah.
John Turturro. I love John Turturro.
He has that ability to do the cold just blank and then flip the emotion into it really quick and pull it right back. I don't know. I kind of want to see Bad Bunny in a few more things.
I'm going to prove a point right here by reading this comment on the YouTube from our good friend Casey Smith. It's just about bringing in new eyes to the most watched event in the world, and he's one of the largest artists ever.
You had me until then.
Why not? The
Because
stats show it though.
No, they don't.
He total career streams over 100 billion. 2025 streams 19.8 billion. 82.5 million monthly listeners.
And
107.6
and 100 million
followers.
of them are probably the same people putting the song on repeat. I don't like the streams numbers. Like when you're talking about
I follow.
when you're talking
I
about the
I
biggest
see what you mean.
artist of all time, no. Is he very successful? Yes.
I'm s-
Unbelievably successful.
I don't think
but,
you like Bad Bunny.
No, I have no problem with him.
His hair is awesome now.
Great, oh, he's great hair.
God, he's so good looking.
But like when you're talking about one of the largest artists ever, you can't go into the office over there and go ask everyone in the office who Bad Bunny is.
As of February 1st, Bad Bunny has sold 123.4 million equivalent album sales. That places him 50th all time, ahead of Adele, The Weeknd, Beyonce, just behind Spears, Bieber, and a kid named Stevie Wonder.
Go out there and ask about Beyonce.
Fair.
Anywhere in the world, ask about Beyonce.
Beyonce's also been around for 30 years.
But and as I'm saying, you can't be.
Maybe 25 years.
Yeah, God, don't say that out loud.
We old, baby. We old.
Destiny's Child was literally out when I was in high school. So,
Me too. Yeah. We old, buddy.
but he could get there for sure. But being at that level now, not quite.
I have an idea. I have a feeling that this might be the greatest Super Bowl halftime show as well. Let's run through that. Do you have favorite Super Bowl halftime shows?
You think this is going to be the best Super Bowl
I
halftime
think there's
show?
a chance. I think this is going to be a party.
Okay.
I think so.
I definitely don't agree with that, but okay.
Let's walk through memory lane, all right?
All right,
So
let's do
Super
it.
Bowl halftimes. What are your favorites out there? 503-864-6326 or over on the YouTube chat. More Super Bowl fun this hour, an hour number deuce, right here on the Fan, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
once bonita que veo en San Juan. Disfrutando de todas esas cosas que extrañan los que se van.
It's sexy.
Disfrutando de noches de esas.
I'm ready to make babies right now.
Que ya no
Rusty,
se
get in
dan,
here.
pero queriendo volver.
And break.
A la última vez. Ya los ojos te miré.
Oh, Bad Bunny. We're talking halftime shows here. We've had Bad Bunny as our bump back music. I'd like to throw an official thank you to my guy over there, Jeff Russ, for putting the hard work in this morning. I showed up this morning with a bunch of songs ready to enter into the system, and I realized quickly that I couldn't trust anything on the internet telling me if these were not going to get us fined by the FCC. So Rusty did the deep digging, talked to some of our music peeps in the building.
Did some digging, found some stuff in the system, converted it to something we could use, and yeah,
And now we're here.
with full trust that they're clean.
Almost
Full trust.
I'm gonna
Almost.
Go, I'm gonna go 99%.
Do you
Don't
guys?
screw me, Brian Blair.
Yeah.
I'm in a fantasy soccer league with Brian Blair. I could like ruin him that way if you want. Oh, nobody cares.
Why would I
about
want
that.
to? Why would I want to ruin
Nah, he's
Brian Blair?
Such a nice guy. Do you guys have a favorite?
Don't care.
Do you guys have a favorite Super Bowl performance?
I mean, it's easy. It's easy.
Okay.
There's only two.
Okay.
One was the standard bearer for Super Bowl halftime shows.
Michael Jackson.
Indeed.
Michael Jackson was great.
I mean, that was what got us to where we are now.
Mm-hmm.
And that man ruled the world. Outside of religious figures, there is not a more famous human being in the existence of humanity. Doesn't exist.
It's Michael Jackson.
It's Michael Jackson. There's not a
I
there's
think it's Michael Jackson.
there's not a more famous human outside of religious figures on this planet than Michael Jackson.
Jane Jones.
And
You ever been to a volcano?
93, you're talking peak. I mean, that's
Peak Michael.
that's the world. Was it 92 that he did the release on all three networks? ABC, CBS, NBC. It was a simultaneous release at like 8 o'clock at night.
I think so. That sounds about right. The first year that it wasn't marching bands was 91.
Mm-hmm.
It was New Kids on the Block.
Ooh,
Disney
hanging
characters.
tough.
Disney characters and Warren Moon.
There you go.
So random. So random. The following year was Gloria Estefan with Brian Boitano and Dorothy Hamill.
How is Brian Boitano still doing things?
This is in 1992.
Good God.
What would Brian Boitano do?
That's insanity.
When Brian Boitano do.
But
93 is Michael.
yeah, and that set the stage for what we have now, and then his heir apparent. It's Prince.
Prince.
Michael is, to me, gets the number one because he's the one that set the stage, and he's Michael Jackson. But if you're talking about who has had the best performance, it's Prince.
For sure. Do you remember the Blues Brothers? Dan Aykroyd, John Goodman, and Jim Belushi, since
Yes.
John Belushi was passed. That was a good one. Mostly because I like old dudes singing the blues, and Dan Aykroyd, John Goodman is a gift and treasure to planet Earth.
Wonderful.
I have a very good friend of mine, old friend. He once said to me, we were in college, and I think he still believes this to this day. He thinks all movies should have John Goodman in them.
Have you ever?
No, like every movie.
You know, have
Because
you
if you think
ever
your
seen
movie is-
a movie and seen John Goodman and been like, oh, I don't like that?
Every movie that's great becomes elite because it has John Goodman in it. I watched Oh Brother, Where Art Thou the other day, and boom, he pops up, and I'm like, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
God, he's so good in this.
God, you didn't even have to say anything. Now I have Constant Sorrow stuck in the back of my head.
I know I watched that this morning. I saw the clip of that this morning, too. Came across my timeline again. There was Aerosmith and NSYNC.
Yeah.
2001. 2002 was post 9/11. That was the tribute to all the victims of the September 11th attacks. Remember, they put all their names on it. And to commemorate that, they had an Irish band called U2. But U2's great. I enjoy U2 a lot on a personal level, so
Fine.
that's cool. I don't remember Shania Twain and No Doubt. That
No,
sounds
I don't
kind of
either.
fun. Maybe the most infamous Super Bowl special, Janet Jackson, Justin Timberlake. Do we all remember when we saw our first boob on TV?
On network TV.
National, worldwide top flight security of the world, Craig.
Which, of course, led to them going the safe route the next 2 halftime shows.
In Paul McCartney and the Rolling Stones.
Womp, 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 womp.
Look, I am a Paul McCartney guy through and through my entire life. I would die to see Paul McCartney, although anytime I have the option, I'm like, man, that's really expensive to see my old man Paul McCartney.
Is Black Eyed Peas the most disappointing show?
I think the Black Eyed Peas might be the safest mainstream band I've ever heard claim to be controversial.
Right? Like, and it was just like,
Never once have I ever.
yeah,
Never once.
100%. And then we had, Springsteen too?
Yeah, your Prince is right after the Stones. Then your favorite, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers. This is the old man crew right here.
Yeah.
Then Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band. Then The Who. Then you get your Black Eyed Peas.
God.
This is not Bad Bunny's first time.
He appeared with, who did he come out with?
He appeared with Shakira,
Shakira, that's right.
and J-Lo
Yeah.
in 2020. Let's see here. Timberlake, he did the Minnesota one with the Tennessee Kids and the University of Minnesota Marching Band. I'm just glad we don't have marching bands anymore.
Look, you
Save that for the Rose Bowl. Get
no,
that
no,
in
no, no.
college.
You bring an HBCU marching band out there, I'm in, baby.
That's what I'm hoping Bad Bunny does.
Yeah, bring out the goods.
Like, bring out the goods, bro.
I hope the Blazers. It's Black History Month, and they usually the last couple of years they've flown out one of the HBCU marching bands, and it's very funny to watch an arena mostly full of white people be like, what's going on for the first 30 seconds of it, and by the end of the show they are just locked in. It's like, yeah, there you go, now you get it.
Do you remember when Beyonce had the meanest walk towards a camera you ever saw? That's the last time this game was. No, what am I thinking? What's the one that was outside? This one says it's in the Mercedes Superdome. She must have guessed it with somebody when it was at Levi Stadium last. Bruno Mars, one of my all-time favorites.
He killed that show.
He killed that show, had Red Hot Chili Peppers with him. Let's never forget the infamous Left Shark, Katy Perry situation.
Yep. Just Left Shark doing Left Shark things.
I never understood that. I don't really know Katy Perry. I saw her once with an acoustic guitar in Seattle, like 20 years ago. And I was like, cool, an acoustic girl with a guitar. Got it. I also saw someone named Taylor do the same thing.
Yeah.
I was like, cool, moving on.
Moving on now.
Gaga was cool. I enjoyed that. Didn't she, jump in from the roof?
Yeah, she did. She had the cable show. That's right. The Weeknd looked like he was on acid.
Lost in the mirrors?
Yeah,
that was really weird.
That was hard to watch.
I didn't understand that.
It reminds me of the meme. Have you ever seen the one on the Twitters and whatnot? And it shows from the bottom the inside of a cheese grater, and it says, "Why does this look like every '90s rap video ever?"
Oh God!
I can think of a Missy Elliott one right now that looks like that. I loved my man Usher. I kind of knew he was going to do the roller skates because I guess he does that for his Vegas show.
Yeah.
Usher's my kind of guy.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Well, I mean, Usher was doing that too. Hey, I'm in residency at Vegas. Come on down.
I think that's why I'm stoked for Bad Bunny, because I think it's going to be very Bruno, Usher, Kendricky. Some
Put on a
blend
show
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely think that's going to happen. I don't think you're going to be disappointed by this.
If you didn't tell me what years they were, and you told me that there was a Super Bowl halftime show with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar,
Like 96?
50 Cent, and Anderson .Paak, I'd be like, I've never heard of this Kendrick Lamar or Anderson .Paak, but they must be real big up-and-comers. Oh, no, bud. You were 38 when that happened.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've
The
never,
Super Bowl halftime show that we were the most excited about, that made us the most depressed ever once we realized why we were excited.
I only knew of Anderson .Paak because he was a voice in the Trolls movie.
There you go. The best part
Hell of
about
a
that
drummer.
was
Hell of a
when
drummer.
50 came out hanging upside down, stuffed into that bulletproof vest, and I'm like, oh, buddy.
50 Cent looked like about $1.75.
Yeah. I was like, oh, you were just stuffed in there, huh, bud?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. You can see the blood rushing to his head, too, and he's hanging upside down. I was like, oh, no.
They brought it, though.
They did. Are you kidding me? That show ruled.
They made young Patrick very, very
Oh,
happy.
That was one of those go full monster truck guy. You pay for the whole seat, but you only need the edge.
Yeah.
I was standing up the whole time.
And I kind of feel that way. I feel Bad Bunny could be that way. Mix in, like Zach's reminded me of the drones with Gaga. You mix in a bunch of that crazy pyrotechnics and laser light shows and technology that we have. Maybe there's a live band. Maybe he comes out in a dress, probably tells the president to go bleep himself. This could be a lot of fun.
Yeah, again,
I'll buckle up for it.
not an event for your side of what you want to watch. It's 150 million people.
Nah, I only care about me.
Yeah.
When we come back, speaking of only care about me, I get to watch a basketball game tonight, and I'm very, very, very excited about that. My name is Scoot. I play basketball. More importantly, I play point guard. We'll talk a little Blazers next. There's the Kahuna with sports.
Hamburgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
This update brought to you by Mountaintop Metal Roofing. No maintenance, energy efficient, fire resistant, and a lifetime warranty. Do it once, do it right. Visit mountaintopmetalroofing.com. First on the Fan, the Trailblazers welcome in the Grizzlies for the first of a back-to-back this evening. Of course, the big news, Scoot Henderson expected to make his season debut after recovering from a torn hamstring suffered in a September preseason workout. Denny Avdia, though, is questionable with a lingering lower back strain. 7 o'clock tip on KUNP, that is 2.2 on your antenna, or Xfinity Channel 302 and 1016. The Blazers are 8.5-point favorites. Super Bowl weekend is finally nigh. The Seahawks and Patriots for all the marbles in Santa Clara. 3:30-ish kick on NBC and Peacock. Seattle head coach Mike McDonald says he fully expects rookie safety Nick Emanwari to play despite missing practice yesterday with a low ankle sprain. The Seahawks are 4.5-point favorites. The Browns announced defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz has resigned after missing out on their head coaching job to Todd Monken. Over on the PGA Tour, we got round 2 of the Waste Management Phoenix Open at TPC Scottsdale. Hideki Matsuyama with your round so far of the day. He's 8 under through 17, 11 under par. He is 3 strokes clear of first round leader Chris Gotterup, who is at 8 under. He starts his second round in about 25 minutes. Akshay Bhatia all alone in third, 4 under on the day, 7 under overall. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rest from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of the firm of Harris and Meringue. Weekdays 10 to 1. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Whenever I hear Bad Bunny, I always think, it's called The Big One. The Pacific Northwest Sportsman Show, presented by Loophole, returns to the Portland Expo Center Wednesday, February 11th through Sunday, the 15th at the Portland Expo Center. Enter to win a family 4-pack of tickets right now at 1051thefan.com. Web Gems is next. Get back to some Super Bowl conversation. Fun little stat tidbit not related to football. That one Jeffrey Russ sent me a week ago. I don't even know if he remembers that he sent me this, but we'll have fun with that in Web Gems today.
I'm betting no.
We will take a little deviation of the course as Blazers take on Memphis Grizzlies tonight at the Moda Center. Catch the fever.
Little back-to-back home.
Tonight and tomorrow against the Triple J list Ja Morant not playing led Memphis Grizzlies.
Catch the fever.
Woo-wee. But there is an upside to this. I would be probably surprised if he played a back-to-back, but tonight all signs are a go for 1 third overall draft pick, Scoot McJ Henderson. I don't know if that's his middle name.
Well, his real name is Sterling.
Sterling. See, man, I don't think you could get me off that name.
Right? Well,
Scoot's a cool nickname.
So all the kids are named after Stones.
Oh,
except
really?
for Junior, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's Junior's name?
Chris?
Chris? Okay. Scoot Henderson in action tonight. You mentioned this earlier. Definitely going to be on a minutes restriction. I think it's just going to be fun to see. Do we know anybody else? I know it's a revolving door. I think I heard on either Rust's update or Swag's update this morning, Denny is questionable.
Denny is questionable with that, lingering lower back strain.
Denny is questionable. Drew should play.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like Drew and Jeremy
should be good.
Should all be good.
They weren't showing up anywhere on the injury report.
Okay,
But
great.
I'm saying even minutes restrictions. I think now they're good.
Obviously, Shaden and Klingon are ready to go.
Chris is still dealing with the back.
Yeah, but this will be exciting just to see. I kind of said this when Drew came back, and Jeremy missed that time too a little bit. Just another opportunity to see different combinations, different guys in different roles, and I'm super fascinated when Scoot comes off a minutes restriction, what Denny's point role becomes with Drew and Scoot, two of your ball-dominant guards that are going to bring the ball up the court. What that does to Denny, it's just kind of a buckle up and watch.
I think when you get Denny and Scoot on the floor or both healthy at the same time, I think in the early going, I don't think you're going to see them play a ton together.
Who?
Denny and Scoot.
Why not?
Because,
like just recently or for most of it?
No. As when Denny comes back to full form, because what don't you have a lot of?
Shooting?
Well, creation.
So but isn't the thought, though, that Scoot will be a creator?
So if you have Denny on the floor, why, when Denny's off the floor, would you not have Scoot on the floor?
Oh, I see. And I was looking at it like, why not have tons of options on the floor at the same time?
You have Drew.
That's
and
true.
You have Shaden.
That's true. The only problem that I have, I guess it's not a problem. I don't even know if it's a hesitation. The only thing I still worry about is the same thing, is Scoot's not the most prolific shooter in the world. So as much as I love the idea of creating, someone's still got to knock down buckets.
I'm more confident that Scoot will be a competent three-point shooter than I am Shaden.
Really? You think Scoot will be a better three-point shooter than Shaden Sharp?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes. Overall consistency, yes. I think Scoot will end up being a better three-point shooter. And again, I don't think Scoot's going to be out there tearing it up, but it's much easier for me to see Scoot being like a 37, 38% three-point shooter than it is for me to see Shaden with that.
And why is that?
Consistency. Things that I've seen those guys work on, things that I've seen kind of grow quicker. With Scoot, it was just balance more than anything else. With Shaden, it's a lot of footwork. Shaden he can do more prolific things. Like they've been running him.
Crazy. One of the craziest athletes I've ever seen play.
They've been running a
basketball.
baseline out of bounds play where he's coming off a double pin down into the corner. Usually you're going to run that, and then opposite side you're going to have it flare out. It'll be a swing pass to where they can catch going the other way. But they've been running it with Shaden drifting into the near side corner off that pin down, and he's just catching it and letting it go. Like it's one step catch, like falling into the corner. He's taken it, I want to say 3 times over the last 4 or 5 games. Like his ability to do that, it's like, oh, that's nice. But just because he has the ability to do that, you don't see the consistency in it. Whereas with Scoot, just kind of stuff he's been working on when he's on platform, and he's, last year, he really started to show consistency in his jump shot. And it was like, okay, I think you're starting to figure this out, like how to manipulate a pick and roll and step up into a off the dribble three.
Is it fair to say, though, that Scoot is probably not going to be relied on for points? Like, he'll be relied on for offense, but not the actual statistic of points. So then I would argue that puts him in a good place of he can be choosy about his shots. To where I'll defend.
Scoot's a significantly more gifted playmaker than Shaedon. There's no doubt about that.
To where I'll back my guy Shaedon Sharpe for a minute. Not that you're going after him, but I will back that he's kind of got the more pressure to be more points driven than Scoot. So he's going to have to, in a sense, take more risky shots. Fair question? Fair statement?
I don't know about that. I think he probably needs his shot selection, his shot diet is probably the thing that he needs to clean up the most. It's not the shots that he's taking per se. It's more about why are you taking that shot now with 17 seconds on the clock. It's more of that stuff than anything else. Because the shots he takes, for the most part, I think it's a good shot. Now, he will take one a game where you're like, ugh. But that also comes when you're a 20-point-a-game scorer. You're probably going to take some of those. But people will probably look at this like, oh, you're bashing Shaedon. No, they're two totally different players. Scoots.
Oh, I know that.
I know you know that, but there are people out there that just do not think about this at all. And it's that Scoot's job is to be a creator. Shaedon's like the idea of like the emphasis on Shaedon on scoring. Well, if Shaedon's not scoring, what is he doing?
That's a great question.
Okay, if Scoot's not scoring, what is he doing?
Well, he's running.
And not only
He's
that,
all over the place.
He's getting the offense where it needs to go. He's working as an organizer. You know, those kind of things like that. He has more intrinsic value than just direct value, where Shaedon's direct value is points. It's buckets. So does Shaedon have more pressure on him to be a scorer? Certainly. There's no doubt about that. I don't think, to be honest, I think what you saw from Drew in the beginning of the season, like 18, 7, and 5, that was the stat line that I had for Scoot coming out. Like the best version of him is that. And people look like, oh, he should be better than that. I'm like, if you're 18, 7, and 5 and your turnover margin or your turnover ratio is down and your efficiency's up, how many point guards are better than that? Then you start when you get to that level, the next level is all-star. Like that's really, really good.
Two of the biggest intrigues I have is that, you know, despite Scoot missing so much time this year due to the injury, he's had Damian Lillard and Drew Holiday in his ear for the last 6 months. That's pretty nice guys to have in your ear. So I'm curious what he's learned from them and what he brings to the table on that. Also, in a kind of post-trade deadline kind of situation, as the Blazers don't really do much at the deadline other than adding Vit Krejci, that tells me, at least for the rest of this season, you know, the front office wants to take a peek at the kids. How much, Danny, you're glued in a lot more than I am, obviously. How much will we see Shaedon, Scoot, Donovan together on the court?
I don't think a ton.
No? That trio won't play a ton together?
I think they will play together.
Because that's what I want to see. As somebody, if we didn't make a bunch of moves at the deadline, it's not, don't do that.
I'm shaking my head because you're leaving the literal best player out of it.
No. I am not omitting Denny Avdija.
Because I want to see how those guys play off of him.
Sure.
That to me is the most important part of this, because if you can't play off of him, I don't care.
Oh, for sure. That was not meant in any way.
Okay, if you're saying that, because if you're saying those three with him, great.
That's what I mean.
Great.
I just want to see those three together
That's
on the
fair.
court.
Yeah.
No, it has nothing to do with Denny or no Denny.
Okay.
It has everything to do with these are the three young draft kids. I just want to see them together. And yes, to your point, how they play off Denny, how they play off Jeremy Grant, to that matter too. If Jeremy's got a hot hand, say Denny's a little quiet, say Denny's out for a game. If Jeremy's got a hot hand, how does Scoot relate to that? How does Donovan relate to Scoot being an explosive type player? Like, that's what I want to see. It's nothing to do with Denny. I mean, I guess it does to an extent. But it's the three.
Because how those guys play
together. It's the three big draft capital. That's all.
Because I just don't care. Because it for me is can you play off that guy?
Sure.
Because if you can't play off that guy,
yeah,
that's a different story.
Well, and maybe we'll see a lot of situations where they're on the court together when he's not on the court, when he's taking, when he's getting his bench time. That'll be interesting, because then it's going to force someone to be the main creator if Denny's not on the court.
I don't think you will, because when's Donovan on the floor?
What do you mean?
When is Donovan typically on the floor? Who's on the floor with him? Denny.
Denny, yeah, definitely.
So I just don't think you're going to see a lot of
Sure.
that trio together because that's typically what you're going to have. Like,
Well, but I want to.
that's fine, but I don't think it matters how well those guys play together. It matters how well they play together with Denny.
You think I'm crazy that I want to see a bunch of different combinations on the floor?
Not crazy. I mean, I like seeing different lineups, but also I want to see lineups that make sense, not just because of how old they are, how inexperienced they are, how well they will or won't play together. I want to see the best lineup combinations on the floor.
Fair.
That's
and-
what I want to see.
Fair, and I think I go a little step further in like embracing the suck rebuild, whatever you want to call it.
But that's not what they are.
Of just experimentation. I sometimes like experimentation.
Look. Tiago and Chauncey both did. If somebody had it going, they let them go. To be honest, that's something I think they both kind of lean into. Which there are coaches in the league that are very like Tibbs is going to lead in. When he was coaching the Knicks or when he was coaching the Bulls, he's going to lean into his rotations. There are you lean into what you trust. And the reason the guy will get going and get left in the game is because they're earning trust live. Does that make sense?
Totally.
And I think that's part of it. And I want to see how much trust they can earn playing off of those guys. Because if you're looking at it going forward, if you're not going to make a big trade this summer, your starters are three of those guys, Donovan, Denny, and Shea. Okay, so if that's the case, Scoot's going to be running more with the second unit.
Sure.
So how well does he play with that group?
And if Scoot continues to develop post Drew Holiday, that might be Scoot's to have. Assuming the development continues.
Well, you're also going to have to overtake somebody else in that role.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, the other guy that's there.
I forgot about that guy.
So that's what, like, when you say you want to see those three together, I'm like, you might get a couple weeks of it.
Well, but still, I'll take a couple weeks.
It's like, maybe.
Because if it shows up and it looks terrible, then at least I can go, well, at least I saw it. I kind of live in that world sometimes. At least I saw it. Didn't work. Don't like it. Move on.
I mean, we did see it last year.
Yeah.
So, but then we also saw Denny.
He is him.
Yeah.
Blazers take on Memphis Grizzlies tonight and tomorrow. You can catch those. If you don't get a ticket, they're on TV, radio, however you digest your Blazers. I have Blazer Vision, thanks to my guy over here, Danny Meringue. So that's how I'll watch these games, because antennas are lame. I tell you that.
I have an antenna.
Oh, sorry. You're great, Rust. I didn't mean to inadvertently
Just on one TV.
take a shot at you.
We just have one TV that doesn't have a cable box, so that one has the antenna. And it's the biggest one in the house.
But Scoot Henderson back in action tonight, so buckle up for that. I'm sure we'll talk about that on Monday when we come back. Speaking of that, Web Gems is next. Everybody's favorite, 105.1 The Fan.
The new home. good.
Aw, I've interrupted happy time.
Sometimes it's bad.
No, son of a...
It's Web Gems,
What'd you do?
the firm of Harris and Meringue on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 and 1080 The Fan.
All right, this is everybody's favorite Web Gems. Do it every single day at 11:45. Coming up in the big nooner, we'll get back into some football chatter. Make our official picks on the game. Who gonna win? Little Hall of Fame conversation, as those were announced, along with some NFL honors. Little sneak peek to that, Danny. The NFL honors caught me real off guard with a lot of those. Made me question my existence and kind of wanted to say to myself, damn, Harris, you don't know ball. So
Which one?
We'll get into it. It was a couple. More than one. It was like 3 or 4. I was like, damn, dude, you kind of stupid.
Really? It kind of went pretty chalky.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think there was anything surprising in there.
I'm telling you, dude, I think I'm just dumb. You didn't even jump on me. That was very nice of you.
Well, no,
I literally called myself stupid, and you were like, don't be, man. You're fine.
I just said, I think you insinuated something that wasn't implied.
Web Gems comes to you by way of schools that have produced a Super Bowl winning quarterback and a Best Actor or Best Actress Oscar winners. Are you ready for this, Danny?
Go.
What? You have a chance to be a part of this.
Go.
John Wayne and Forrest Whitaker both have Oscars. John Wayne won his for True Grit, and Forrest Whitaker won his for The King of Scotland. And should the Seahawks win this year, Sam Darnold joins that list of that. Because your previous winners are the University of California, Aaron Rodgers, and Gregory Peck, who won an Oscar for Atticus Finch in To Kill a Mockingbird, which if you have not read that book, you should. It is phenomenal.
I feel like it's required reading, isn't it?
I know it was for us.
At some states. Some states it's not anymore.
Fair.
Secret moment of that movie, Robert Duvall plays Boo Radley in that. Excellent performance. Excellent.
Well, it's Robert Duvall.
It is Robert Duvall.
We just watched Bobby Duvall in Kicking and Screaming the other
Oh,
day.
yeah?
Yeah.
I'm about to watch Open Range for the first time. I'm on a Western kick.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. I did watch the Godfather movies recently.
Yes.
That's a great Bob Duvall. Wisconsin is also on this list with Russell Wilson and Frederick March, who won 2 Academy Awards for Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and The Best Years of Our Lives. I'm sure those are giant staples in your catalog.
Oh,
at home.
yes.
1931 and 1946. But he went to the University of Wisconsin, so that counts for him.
Home of legendary actors.
Florida State University, a place that I almost went to grad school for acting,
Gives you an idea of the entrance exams.
would be Brad Johnson, maybe the worst quarterback to ever win a Super Bowl.
Maybe.
Is it number 1?
Yeah.
Is he number 1? You know, he was a good little quarterback.
Didn't
for
make
a long
mistakes.
time. No, he was a good quarterback.
Defense is pretty good, though.
That defense was an all-timer, and they traded for the team who they beat's head coach.
Yeah.
And did not really change things.
Nope. Why would you do that?
Brad Johnson won that. The Oscar winner from Florida State is Faye Dunaway.
Oh, there you go.
The gorgeous Faye Dunaway. She won for Network. She did not win for Chinatown, which is some hot garbage. Chinatown's one of my all-time favorite movies, and she is fantastic in that.
Right up there with Big Trouble in Little China.
That movie is also excellent.
Fantastic.
From Stanford, you have your guy Jim Plunkett, and your other favorite team, John Elway and the Broncos. And they share this honor with Reese Witherspoon, who won Best Actress for playing June Carter Cash in Walk the Line.
Oh, that's right.
In Walk the Line.
I just don't ever remember her in that role, even though she was really good.
I thought that movie was okay.
Wow.
Yeah, the bios, I struggle with the bios a lot.
Yeah, if there's a Grateful Dead bio, you're going to be like, it's cinema.
Jonah Hill's supposed to play Jerry Garcia.
Yeah. Look at you already. Already.
I would go watch that. I haven't seen the Bob Dylan one.
Chalamet's fine. I just don't like Dylan.
I think the wife and I are going to watch the what's the 3-name dude who plays the boss, Bruce Springsteen? Jeremy Allen Wood.
Yeah.
I thought Ray was good.
Jamie was really good.
I thought Ray was really good. Walk the Line I thought was okay. I thought the Elvis movie was okay.
Dewey Cox story.
That's a great film. I did not watch Bohemian Rhapsody.
What's his name?
Rami Malek?
Yeah, he was really good in that.
Yeah, not my cup. Your other winners are UCLA. That would be Troy Aikman, along with Helen Hunt for As Good as It Gets.
Oh, great movie.
And Nick Cage, Leaving Las Vegas. Do you not know that Nick Cage has an Oscar?
Oh, no. Then he went to UCLA.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I didn't know that. Okay.
If Drake May were to win this year,
Let's face it, he was a Scorsese, and UCLA kind of known for like their theater department and whatnot.
Well, there's a school up the street that's much more well known for theirs.
SC for sure. Spielberg, Lucas.
It's probably number one outside of NYU.
Yeah.
It's all Los Angeles.
I mean, I hate to do it. Danny's not wrong.
Check the sideline of a USC game. Those guys aren't just there because they live in LA. They all went to SC.
Notice I didn't say he was right. I just
He's
said
not
he wasn't
wrong.
No, when I was younger, I wanted to go to SC because my grandfather went to SC, and I wanted to go SC because I wanted to make movies.
It's the number one. Oh, if you're talking like overall, like you're talking like videography, filmography, acting, all of the things.
Jack
USC's
Johnson went to film school at USC to make surf videos.
Yeah.
And as I said, if Sam Darnold wins, he'll join John Wayne and Forrest Whitaker at USC. If Drake May wins, he joins UNC with Louise Fletcher, Nurse Ratched.
Oh, no kidding.
One of the all-time greatest female roles in cinema history. She is so good in that movie. It is. I don't know if any other acting performance touches her.
And probably, I think easily, probably number one all-time female villain.
Oh, for sure. For sure. I mean, maybe Kathy Bates in Misery?
That's
She's
good.
pretty scary in
Mommy
that.
Dearest.
Yeah. I think it's Nurse Ratched. Because, like, there's a lot of Nurse Ratched where, I don't know if you've read the play, but it conveys a lot in this. There's a lot of Nurse Ratched that, for the time, is not wrong. And Jack's character is a jerk. So there's also, what have I always said? To play a villain, you can't just be hated. Otherwise, you become one-dimensional. And people are like, I don't really care for you.
But Kathy Bates was Misery. There's nothing redemptive about her.
She's just bad.
She's just bad.
But can you be so bad that you're kind of like, damn?
Yeah, that's
I'm a little turned on here.
Passionate.
Kathy Bates, and I've said this before. The woman who played in Harry Potter. God dang it. The school.
Oh, the evil one.
Yes. I have never
Oh.
hated a character in like a
I blacked out. Who are you talking about?
Harry Potter.
The professor
Dolores
that wore pink.
Umbridge?
Umbridge.
Yes, there we
thank
go.
you. I have
What's wrong with you losers?
I have never hated somebody in like a kids-focused, teenage-focused movie series or whatever you want to call it.
Read the book. She's worse.
More than her.
Dolores
she was
Umbridge.
so perfectly hateable. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, I hate Umbridge.
Right?
Is there any evil character that I hate more than Dolores Umbridge?
I really hated her.
By,
It was a
Maybe
fan-
Malfoy's dad.
Imelda
Yeah.
Staunton is the
She
actress's name.
killed that.
She killed that role.
So
I mean,
good.
it was the inflection in her voice. How
Well,
she
then-
went up with everything at the end.
And Malfoy's father, he's one of those.
Oh, he's
I think it's
awesome.
Jason Isaacs.
Jason
Yeah, he
Isaacs.
is just a gigantic a-hole in
Every
everything
movie
that he does.
Yet I like want to hang out with him like incessantly. Did you watch him in The White Lotus?
Yes.
Oh, he played like a Texas money man or a Southern gentleman.
I think that family was torn asunder by the Duke UNC rivalry. If I remember correctly.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, too, he's on with Sam Neill on Event Horizon in Fishburne.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Well, one of his real
Dark
evil ones
roles,
Was,
yeah.
one of his real evil ones was the Patriot.
Yep.
Oh God, that's right.
British.
He's the
He hates Mel Gibson.
he's the colonel.
He hates Mel Gibson.
Well, I guess I can't blame him too much for that one.
Yeah.
I don't blame him either. But Jason Isaacs, Parker Posey, Schwarzenegger, that's a good-looking family in The White Lotus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying they're all
I was like,
related.
wait, what?
No.
What?
No, they were all the family in White Lotus.
okay.
Yeah.
Good-looking crew.
Well, just when you say Schwarzenegger, I just think of Arnold.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's this kid.
Yeah.
Some real weird scenes in that show, dude.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Rockwell.
made me... Oh, Sam Rockwell's great.
I walked in to that show in that scene,
But the infamous...
and I just stood there and went, "What are you watching?"
But the infamous...
What, the brother scene?
the brother scene is some of the most cringiest
Oh, boy.
television I've ever watched in my life.
Just thinking about it makes me not feel good.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the scene that I walked in on.
Yeah.
I can't go to school, Mom.
Yeah,
I don't feel
I
good.
don't feel good.
It was 5 minutes of me just like my jaw dropping further.
When we come back in the Big Nooner, let's get into this game. We'll make our official picks. We'll pick Super Bowl champs. We'll pick MVPs, all that jazz. And we'll have some fun with the MVP honors, the Hall of Fame, etc. And a final hour here on The Firm on the final Football Friday, 105.1 The Fan.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Jeff Rust here with your Sports Center update. First on The Fan, the Trailblazers welcoming in the Memphis Grizzlies for the first of a back-to-back this evening. Of course, the big news, though, Scoot Henderson expected to make his season debut after recovering from a torn hamstring suffered in a September preseason workout. Denny Avdia, though, is questionable with a lingering lower back strain. 7 o'clock tip on KUNP, 2.2 on your antenna, or Xfinity Channel 302 and 1016. The Blazers are 8.5-point favorites. Super Bowl weekend is finally upon us. The Seahawks and Patriots for all the marbles in Santa Clara. 3:30-ish kick on NBC and Peacock. Seattle head coach Mike Macdonald says he fully expects rookie safety Nick Emanwari to play despite missing practice yesterday with a low ankle sprain. The Seahawks are 4.5-point favorites. Over on the PGA Tour, round 2 of the People's Open, the Waste Management Phoenix Open at TPC Scottsdale. Hideki Matsuyama in the clubhouse with a 10 under overall score. He was 7 under today. He is 2 strokes clear of first-round leader Chris Goddard up at 8 under par, who is just now back on the course starting round 2. Tied for third, you've got Akshay Bhatia and Siwoo Kim at 7 under par. Some other notable names: Kashmir Keith Mitchell, Ricky Fowler, both 3 under par. Colin Morikawa, Xander Schauffele, Jordan Spieth, all at 1 under. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work. Insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The Fan is live on YouTube and Twitch. And now Window Nation brings you on-demand videos. Watch Window Nation's Window into the Fan.
All right, 2 down, 1 to go here. The firm of Harris and Meringue. We do this bad boy every Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Thanks for being a part of our day. Proud to be a part of your day. After us, we'll send it over to Duck Insider from 1 to 2. Then it is the Fan Happy Hour with Luke Anderson from 2 to 3. And then it's primetime, baby. Isaac and Suk back in action. They'll be live up the road at Kells on 21st. Come down, say hi. Sponsored by our friends over there at Tullamore Dew. I'm going to head over there myself and say hello to the boys. I don't get to see them.
Shocking.
I don't get to see them a whole lot. So if you're telling me that 2 of my favorite people here at the station, and Jason Sukanik and Isaac Ropp, are going to be at a bar that's Irish theme, I mean, I feel like
I used to get to see them every day. Then they stuck me with you.
Well, hey.
Unbelievable.
I can't. It's not my
Got
fault.
stuck with you and I don't get to see them?
Dude, it's not my fault that Dusty bailed on you. You should be mad at him, not at me.
Mom and Dad,
not.
stop fighting.
I'm not.
Look, dude, I'm just the reliever here, man. I can't help that your starter decided he didn't want to pitch anymore.
I know, right?
Not my fault.
Unbelievable.
Don't blame me. Don't blame. It was his decision to move us to the morning, too. See, dude? Easy. Easy there, bud.
I got a lot of problems with you people.
I can't help it. These are the cards that were dealt to me.
Hello, Newman.
Coming up this hour, we will get into some fun stuff as the NFL honors were last night. And I will have to discuss with Danny why I think I'm stupid and don't know ball. Because the NFL honors, everybody was like, duh, congratulations. And I was like, wait a sec. That guy finished 6th? I had him number 1 on my board. We'll get to that, and also the Hall of Fame was announced as well. But, you know, Danny, let's get into it. Super Bowl 60, the Seahawks, the Patriots. It's funny that you and I are both on the same page here. And I don't know, I haven't quite heard what old Isaac and Jason have said on theirs, but I did hear the Sunrise guys this morning. They both believe it's going to be a close game. Rusty believes it's going to be a close game. You and I, though, are kind of the opposite.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks are going to win comfortably.
Columbia has 1 person.
Yet they have 4 people out there walking around that 1 person.
That's amazing.
They have a cross-country skier from Columbia named Frederick Fodstad.
He looks kind of white, too.
Interesting. Fodstad, huh? We had
Achtung.
we had the Chilean athletes and their last names like Undergard, and you're like,
What's going on in South America?
It's interesting.
Sorry for the tangent.
It's not
there.
Javier Vasquez out there.
Yeah, sorry for the tangent there. You and I, Danny, don't believe this game is going to be close. You said you'd bet it at 7. I might even take it to 8.5. I want the game to be competitive. Is that why you're kind of out on this Super Bowl a little bit? You just don't think it's going to be competitive?
Yeah, we came back in from the break, and I was telling you, I'm like, man, I just don't have the juice for this game. Like, I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm not like, man, I need to make sure I get over to somebody's house. I need to get there early, get a seat, make sure I'm dialed in for the like. And here's the thing: I think it'll be an okay game. Like, even though I think Seattle's going to win comfortably, I don't think they're going to come out and do what Seattle did to Denver, and this thing's going to be over in the first quarter. You know
I don't
what mean?
think I don't think it's Eagles on Chiefs last year crime either.
I don't think this thing is over. Like, I think probably third quarter you start to feel it.
I am going to a party with a pair of brothers. One is a Vikings fan, the other is a Giants fan. I don't know.
Quarter is usually when I start to feel it.
I don't know if I'm going to be at a party with any Seahawk fans, but I have a lot of friends that are Seahawk fans. Luke Anderson in the building is a diehard Seahawk fan. I think there's part of that for me that while Hawks fans can drive me crazy sometimes, I'd be very happy for them as I'm surrounded by them. Just don't become Red Sox fans. Please. Like, don't start telling me your S don't stink and you're the greatest franchise ever. Just please don't do that. But I'll be happy for a lot of my friends if the Hawks win. And again, if the Patriots win, see, I just don't look at the Patriots in the way that, I don't look at it that way anymore. Like, Tom's not walking through that door. Belichick's not walking through that door. Sure, McDaniels is there. Vrabel's there, but Vrabel's in a much different position.
What team in baseball do you hate the most?
The Detroit Tigers.
Okay. Would it matter if Tark Skubal did it or if anybody else did it? Would you still hate them? The answer is yes.
If Skubal won a World Series?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be real mad.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what era of the team does it.
Well, but that's the thing. I don't have hatred for the Patriots.
It's because you lack strength.
No, it's because in 1994, the number one pick in the NFL draft was Drew Bledsoe.
One player,
quarterback, Washington State. Hell yeah! The greatest quarterback and the greatest player in my school's history.
Reggie Bush went to the Saints. I don't care about the Saints.
Guess who doesn't hate the Warriors? This guy.
Oh, God.
Clay got 4 of them things. He's
Yeah.
going to the Hall.
None of them went to Washington State.
Clay did.
He got a title at Washington State?
No, but he went to my school.
I know, but
I lived
still.
across the street from the kid.
I know, but it's like, gross.
Yeah, I don't care if the Patriots win.
I do.
I don't. I mean, Bob Kraft sucks, but what owner doesn't suck?
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah. I mean, what owner doesn't suck? Anybody?
Bueller. Is there an owner named Bueller? It'd be kind of fun if there was. There's probably like
Rooney?
Oh, no.
I'm sure there's some claws, some skeletons.
Just
in there.
because he's got a rule named after him doesn't mean he's okay.
Magic?
Wait,
He
Johnson?
owns, he owns part of the Commanders.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I guess that's true. Everybody loves Magic, though.
oh, look, there's plenty of owners people like. People like Mark Cuban.
Now,
No, they like the one who's the owner then too.
Cuban's got a good reputation
Sure.
these days.
But I mean, there's skeletons in them closets.
The Bensons, no. The Ross fit, no.
Yeah, no.
Jones fit, no.
There's probably an NHL owner somewhere that's probably decent.
Yeah.
You know, like some family.
The Bus fit.
No.
Ballmer.
Oh, no. Well,
Steve Tick. No.
no.
Might be at the top of the list of the bad boys.
You know what's funny is Mark
Is Stan Kroenke a bad dude?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I just know he's like a mogul and
Oh, yeah.
owns a ton of real estate in Arsenal. And what does he own? He owns the Nuggets, the Avalanche.
Is Mark Davis just a bad owner?
I think Mark David, well, I mean, he's got bad hair and he likes hookers. I don't know.
That's true.
Dude, but if that's like puts you near the top of the list,
This
that
doesn't
ain't
mean like,
great.
don't get me wrong. I don't like Mark Davis because he's.
Paul Allen, when he was alive,
Yeah.
I'd throw
Mark
Paul near
Davis
the top.
is smart enough to be like truly evil.
I mean, all of them
Just
are.
ignorant, just
Yeah.
stupid.
All of them are.
A simpleton.
But I was going to throw Mark in there immediately, and I was just like, because Al was just nuts. But
Al's crazy.
I was nuts, but
How about this came across on the YouTube chat? The underrated owner that sucks? Packers fans.
there you go. I like that.
I guess that could be like 30,000 people that are all terrible. I don't know. Oh, you Packer fans are fine. I
The
like
collective
your club.
city of Green Bay.
I like your club. I will take the Seattle Seahawks to win this game. I would bet it as much as 8.5. I think they win by 10. 24-13. I think it'll be a low-scoring game. I don't think it's
two
gonna be
good
crazy.
defenses. Yeah.
Yeah. MVP? You had to put some cachet on
if
it?
If I had to put some cash on it, we always call it like a quarterback award, but it's like quarterbacks never win it.
They don't always win it. No.
I think the safe money is probably JSN.
Has to be.
You know,
Safe money's JSN.
where the volatile money is, Stephon Diggs. Because
You want to burn some cash? Let's do it.
he's capable of it.
Right. For sure he's
Like
capable
if
of
you
it.
told me like who's the most capable of winning the MVP outside of the quarterback?
He is capable of being the best wide receiver on the field this weekend.
Yes.
Now, for my money, I'll take JSN.
Oh God, yeah.
And
Look,
Cooper Kupp is a former MVP.
Yeah, eight out of 10 times I'm taking JSN, but those two, Diggs can still do stuff.
I kind of like the idea of Cooper Kupp. He would be the first player to win multiple MVPs on different teams.
Ooh.
You know, you're talking about the easy money would be JSN.
Yeah.
Well, who's the number 2 threat? Let's say Christian Gonzalez has the greatest game of his life and shuts down JSN. That opens the door for Cooper Kupp.
I like that. I like where your head's at.
Kenneth Walker III could be some good money on that.
Yeah. Notice how we're naming a lot of Seahawks.
Oh, shoot. Trayvon Henderson, pass.
I mean, good.
What if Will Campbell went out there and had the greatest day of his career and the Patriots won? Could he be the first offensive lineman to ever get an MVP?
He says like 9
It's
pancakes.
like everybody thinks you stink, and then you walk in the game and just dominate.
It'd be fun.
That'd be rad. That'd be so rad. I'd be so totally here for that.
Yeah, I mean, big old LSU boy going
Get a
going
big
off
ugly.
At the end. Oh yeah.
Get a big ugly. I would imagine D-Law has probably better odds than Leonard Williams just because he's an edge.
Mhm.
Those guys tend to make the most noise. I'm going to go JSN. For my money, I'm going to say JSN.
I mean, it's the safe money. If the volatile money's Diggs, and if I wanted to make a play, I'd go Cup.
Yeah.
That's I bet you that's where you probably get the most value.
Your value is going to be a defensive player.
Well, I'm talking offense.
Offense.
Yeah.
Offense is probably, yeah.
I wonder what like a Rashid Shaheed might get because, you know,
Probably good money on Rashid Shaheed.
just watch him come out and run back a kick and a punt
That's
for a
thing.
touchdown.
The old Desmond Howard
Yeah,
treatment.
if he houses a return.
couple of end arounds or something, you know what I mean?
To be honest,
Sweeps.
if he houses a return early in a game and the Seahawks go on to win, he'd probably win MVP.
I heard one of the prop bets of 2.5 over-under, people throwing a pass in the game. Oh, I want to hammer that
Or
over.
passing touchdown.
No, just
Just
passing
a
the
pass?
ball.
Oh, okay.
3 total guys, so 1 other guy.
Yeah. I want to hammer that.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
JSN to Rashid Shaheed. The old Antoine Rendell L to Hines Ward.
I got to make a mild tangent here. Francis Ceccarelli from the Philippines.
Oh, Francis, huh?
Ceccarelli from the Philippines. Couldn't make it on the old Italian team. So he's like, well, you know, mom's Filipina.
The country is not Italy.
I know.
When
I had to push that one in for you.
When we come back, the Hall of Fame class was announced, and old Rob Gronkowski had a controversial statement to make. I don't know if he's wrong here, so we'll have some fun with that next on 105.1 The Fan. Some of y'all's comments are giving me a good chuckle. If Lawrence or Shaheed win MVP, I pay my rent. Well, brother, I'm now rooting for Lawrence or Shaheed for you, amigo. I'm here for you to get rent covered by gambling.
Not get your kneecaps broken.
Entertainment purposes only.
Indeed.
If you have a problem, there are like thousands of numbers you can call. I can't read them as fast as everybody else can, but they are out there if you need them. Last night was NFL Honors. They introduced the 2026 Hall of Fame class, which the senior nominees sent in Roger Craig. And then we have Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Luke Kuechly, and Adam Vinatieri. All worthy of the Hall of Fame in my book. Every single one. I'm glad that Luke Kuechly is getting in. I was wondering what kind of perception was from writers, voters, whoever it would be about Luke Kuechly.
Well, he was the best at his position every year.
He was really, really good for a long time.
It was the fact that his brain got scrambled.
Yeah, his brain got scrambled a lot, and he was on a little Christian McCaffrey, a lot of bad Carolina teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, did go to a Super Bowl with Cam, and if Cam decides to make some effort and dive for a football, maybe they win that game. I've seen that play like 6 times in the last 2 weeks.
Purposefully.
Cam, every time I watch it, he looks worse and worse and worse. I get it. You don't want to Drew Brees. Speaking of Drew Brees, you don't want to dive in a pile and shred your shoulder like Drew Brees did his last game as a Charger. I get it, but it's also a Super Bowl, bro. Lindsey Vaughn's about to not walk ever again to play in Olympics.
She's going to take that thing off from the knee down.
Yeah, she's just like, whatever.
ACL, schmaciel.
Yeah, I'll leave Italy and head up to like Germany and just get an amputation and have a robot leg.
Call it good. I know we're putting the cart before the horse here, but have you seen who's on next year's class for the first-timers?
No. Or maybe I did, but I don't remember.
Adrian Peterson.
In.
Ben Roethlisberger.
In.
Rob Gronkowski.
In. It's a pretty nice class. I was talking with old preschool last night, and I said, "Babe, do you know who Drew Brees is?" She goes, "Of course I know who Drew Brees is. The good-looking dude with the birthmark." I was like, "Yep." Larry Fitzgerald. She goes, "Isn't he like one of the greatest wide receivers of all time?"
Yes.
I was like, "Damn, girl, you're so hot right now."
Elite ball knowledge.
Luke Kuechly. She goes, "Nope, I don't got it." Adam Vinatieri. She goes, "Ooh, I know that name." And then I said to her, "What about Bill Belichick?" She goes, "Oh, yeah, I know that name." So what about Eli Manning? Definitely know that name. Those guys are not in the Hall of Fame. So as much as I like Luke Kuechly, and as much as Adam Vinatieri belongs in the Hall of Fame, this is where I pull back. This is a frustrating thing for me. I don't know what we're waiting for with Eli, and that's what I don't understand sometimes in MVP votes. Like, what are we waiting for? You know Eli's going in. You know Roethlisberger's going in. What are we waiting for? Just put him in. Did you hear what Rob Gronkowski said about Belichick not going in the Hall of Fame?
No.
He said if Belichick is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, then Andy Reid shouldn't be either.
It's not wrong.
But will they do that?
No, because everybody likes Andy.
There's no reason not to like Andy. Andy's great. Bob Kraft is not in. I don't know. It just kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Owners, I'm kind of like whatever about.
Dude, he won 6 titles and went to a 7th. Or he won 6 and has been to 9. Did Kraft own them when they lost to the Packers?
I don't think so. I could be wrong on that. one. But again, ownership's a little bit different, at least for me. Not that it doesn't matter. It definitely matters. But I look at it and go,
Anybody else on the cool 2027 list? Leftovers are Terrell Suggs, Willie Anderson, Marshall Yanda.
Which they should all make it.
Any other good first-timers? This article sucks.
That's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it? There's nobody else? There's got to be somebody
Of guys
else.
that are going to make it, yeah.
But I want more names. I want more eligible names.
Why?
I don't know, because I'm curious. I like talking about these guys that I watch play. Alex Mack, Richard Sherman, Eric Weddle.
Do any of those guys feel like you can maybe talk me into Sherman?
Can you tell the story of the NFL without Richard Sherman? I don't think so.
I think you can, but he's
talking
like right on the edge.
Dude, talking trash, turning DBs into wide receiver divas, dude, he's a big part of that.
Yeah.
Richard Sherman's a big part of why I'm here.
How so?
I had to give a 2-minute rant and hunt for the host in the preliminary round just to get into the dance. And I spoke for 2 minutes about how DBs are the new diva wide receivers. And Richard Sherman was my example.
Yeah.
And old Jeff Sacramento was like, I like that guy.
I love Sherm. All-timer. I always feel like with the NFL and Major League Baseball, you either are or you aren't. And if I have to pause for a second, it's like
I got some more names for you.
what you got?
Antonio Brown,
By production, he should be.
but he won't.
He won't.
He won't. Gerald McCoy, great player.
Great player, but no.
No. Andrew Whitworth,
Great player, no.
Cam Newton.
Yes.
Yeah? Cam Newton,
Yes.
Hall of Famer.
Should be.
Let's see some other long shots here. Le'Veon Bell, Dante Hightower, Brandon Brooks, Malcolm Jenkins, Ryan Kerrigan, Joe Hayden. I liked Joe Hayden.
There's a lot of good
He was a
players
good
in there.
player. He was a good player.
A lot of good players in there, but yeah, out of the rest of that list, you have the no doubters and Big Ben, Gronk, and AP and Adrian Peterson.
Mhm.
But beyond that, and then the guys from the rollovers as finalists, like T. Sizzle, Terrell Suggs,
Yeah, put him
Marshall
in.
Yonda, yeah.
Yeah.
Who was the third one in that group? There was somebody else that was left off.
Oh, shoot. I
was
just
a
had it in
finalist.
front of me. I don't got it.
Eh.
Sorry, bud.
That's okay. So important that I remembered his name. Nailed it.
When we come back, I will try to explain to you why I'm not stupid, but I will probably incriminate myself into sharing with you why I am stupid. The NFL honors were last night, and it's a good thing I don't gamble. We'll toss it to Rust with sports.
Now, from the George McCoy and Warren Allen Sports Desk, a Sports Center update on the Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
If you've been arrested for DUI, you need a team of attorneys into whom you can place your trust. Call Reynolds Defense Firm today, online at reynoldsdefensefirm.com. First on The Fan, the Trailblazers welcoming in the Grizzlies for the first of a back-to-back tonight. But of course, the big news today, Scoot Henderson expected to make his season debut after recovering from a torn hamstring suffered in a September preseason workout. Denny Avdia, however, is questionable with a lingering lower back strain. 7 o'clock tip on KUNP, 2.2 on your antenna, or Xfinity Channel 302 and 1016. The Blazers are 8.5-point favorites. Super Bowl weekend finally here. Seahawks and Patriots for the whole darn thing in Santa Clara. 3:30-ish kick on NBC and Peacock. Seattle head coach Mike McDonald says he fully expects rookie safety Nick Emanwari to play despite missing practice yesterday with a low ankle sprain. The Seahawks are 4.5-point favorites. And on the PGA Tour, we got round 2 of the Waste Management Phoenix Open at TPC Scottsdale. Hideki Matsuyama with a 7-under 64 today. That puts him in the lead at 10 under overall. 2 strokes back, you've got John Perry. He is 6 under through 16. And then tied for third, Akshay Bhatia, Siwoo Kim, Matt Fitzpatrick, and first-round leader Chris Gotterup. They are all at 7 under, 3 strokes off the pace. More sports scores and stories in 30 minutes. I'm Jeff Rust from the George McCoy at Warren Allen Sports Desk. Hurt and missing work insurance companies acting like jerks. Don't call your mom. Call George McCoy at warrenallen.com.
The home of dirt and spray. Weekday mornings 6 to 10 a.m. The Fan Sports Network, 105.1 FM and 1080 AM.
Closing arguments coming up to send you on your way into Super Bowl weekend. Hope you all have nice parties to go to and things to do. The NFL honors were last night. I did not watch. I just got the live updates. More likely to watch.
I'm not watching that award show.
More likely to watch, Danny. The NFL Oscars award show or Flag Football Pro Bowl.
Award show.
Right?
Not close. I'm not watching either of them.
I'm not watching either, but I would watch the award show. Matt Stafford named MVP. He had it was a really wonderful moment as a parent myself, watching him and seeing his girls so stoked for him to win was kind of a really cool thing, especially when you consider the guy you just beat is, 20 years younger than you.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was great. A lot closer than people thought. NFL MVP voting went Stafford with 24 points, Drake May with 23, Josh Allen 2, Christian McCaffrey 0, Trevor Lawrence 0. The funny thing out of this, well, two things. One, a lot closer than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
A lot closer than
May
I thought.
got more votes than I thought he'd get.
Totally.
First place votes, I should say.
Totally. Josh Allen finishing third kind of surprised me a little bit. This is where I feel like I'm really dumb. I feel like I was really dumb when it comes to the NFL honors because of San Francisco 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Shanahan. We'll get to Shanahan in a minute. I thought McCaffrey would finish third. We'll get to the offensive poi as well. The interesting controversy, Justin Herbert received a first place vote, which is about to fire up Danny Meringue right now.
Why?
Did you hear the, I can't remember.
Who was it? Do we know?
We do know who it is. Yeah, he came out and said it. I wrote this in my notes. Pause. Hold.
Holding.
It was Monson. I was the Justin Herbert vote. The guy had the worst offensive line in the NFL all season, and despite that, he was working miracles in almost every single game. Stafford's O-line became 2/5 as bad as Herbert's for 5 minutes and became a turnover howitzer. He embodied value. So he went not the best player. Stafford was the best quarterback.
I hate that we don't have it's whatever you want it to be. It's
you just hate Justin Herbert.
It's just so tiresome.
You just
it's
hate Justin Herbert.
Well, it's actually this. Well, it's actually that. No. Who's the best player in the league? Who's the best player in the league?
Christian McCaffrey.
Who's the best player in the league?
Trevor Lawrence.
Matthew Stafford was the best player in the league.
I agree. I would have voted for Matthew Stafford.
Do you want to do the value and all those kind of things?
I do wish it was
the
value.
Offensive player that
I wish it was value.
Well, if it's value, you mean different players would have won over the years?
Lamar Jackson would have won this year.
Well, no, but yes, because he didn't play. Yeah,
we're talking value, baby.
Yeah, it's like
I'm going Lamar Jackson.
But it's like, just because it means your GM sucks.
What do you mean? Because there's no backup?
There's no. I mean, there's nothing else around you. The whole Justin Herbert thing.
Well, everybody died. Rashawn Slater.
Okay, go down the list of years that has happened to the Chargers.
When were the Chargers first an organization? I grew up a Charger fan, man. I've seen it all the time.
And you don't have the excuse that
finally
the
hit an
Niners
AFC.
have with having electromagnetic fields next to your practice facility.
Chargers finally get to an AFC title game in my lifetime, and Phillip Rivers and LaDainian Tomlinson don't have tendons in their knees.
Yeah. So
that stunk.
But that's what I mean. I'm not taking a shot at Herbert. I'm just taking a shot at this team, he was able to overcome this. And?
I mean, I thought Herbert was pretty good.
No, he was pretty good. But MVP vote? No.
NFL poi. Again, I got this one wrong. I would have voted for Christian McCaffrey. I thought he was absolutely fantastic.
I mean, he finished
this year.
second.
Understood, but he also did something that only 2 other people have ever done.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty amazing to me. He is the most dynamic offensive player in football.
No doubt about that.
Because he can do anything and everything. Hell, he was the emergency quarterback in an NFC title game a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That went to JSN.
Yeah.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Not like it wasn't, warranted.
No. JSN's great. Had one of the best receiving seasons we've ever seen in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
But that's where I start to just get stupid on this. I was like, why am I so high on the McCaffrey supply? Do not say my father-in-law.
Because it's your father-in-law.
I just thought what
if your father-in-law did not exist, Christian McCaffrey would just be very good to you.
Actually, I'll bet you if my father-in-law did not exist, I would hate Christian McCaffrey because
Of what he
he
did.
once caught a pass against Wazoo that I swear he was out of bounds, and they gave it to him
See?
because his name was Christian McCaffrey.
So,
You know his dad played for the Broncos. But that's why I feel stupid, Danny, because I was so high on this Niners supply, including Christian McCaffrey, and they didn't do anything, honestly. Defensive Rookie of the Year. Here we go. Carson Schweisinger.
which he was the guy that I thought would win, even if I had Eamon Warry first, because Eamon Warry missed games.
And I would have voted for Eamon Warry.
But Schweisinger winning that is not a surprise. It's
See,
not-
and that's why I feel dumb, because
not-
I didn't think he was going to win it.
No, Eamon Warry. What he missed 4 games. I think is what he missed. Like that's going to happen.
And then back to why I'm an idiot. Mike Vrabel wins Coach of the Year. Not only did Kyle Shanahan not win Coach of the Year, but he finished 5th.
But we talked about the coach of the year. We said there was 5, 6 coaches where you could make legitimate arguments for them.
Number 1 was Mike Vrabel. Number 2, Liam Cohen. Jeff Rust's Liam Cohen.
Duval.
Mike McDonald, Ben Johnson, and Kyle Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan got 6 first-place votes, but finished behind Ben Johnson with 1.
Because it's the
Well, it's first, second, third.
well, it's not just that, but it's he got the first place votes because they're like, look at what he did, and then everybody else voted like they're fraudulent.
I know, including me. I'm
So,
an idiot.
Nothing about that's too shocking.
Comeback Player of the Year did go to Christian McCaffrey. Won that in a landslide. Other options were Aiden Hutchinson at 2nd, Dak Prescott at 3rd, Trevor Lawrence, Stephon Diggs.
I would have gone Aiden.
Dak Prescott's a sneaky little pick here. He had a great year.
He did, and he had to really battle back against that boot in Cabo. Remember that whole deal when that picture came out last year?
Yeah.
He's wearing a boot in Cabo. It's not a big deal, it turned out. It was a big deal because he's wearing a boot in 95-degree weather.
I came across a tweet from BetMGM listing comeback player of the year winners since 2021. So you got Joe Burrow, Geno Smith in 22, Flacco in 23, Joe Burrow in 24, CMC in 25. Then it goes on. Joe Burrow in 2026, CMC in 2027, Joe Burrow in 2028, and CMC in 2029.
Joe Burrow will be the odds-on favorite to win the Comeback Player of the Year next year for the 3rd time in his career.
God.
Can you just be great when he's healthy?
Yeah, that's tough.
NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, that went to T-Mac.
Not a surprise there.
Not a surprise. Had a great season. Definitely makes you feel better about Bryce Young.
And
if you're a
Igbuka
Panther fan.
got beat up down the stretch.
Dart took 4th, and Buka was 5th. Trayvon Henderson at 3rd. Tyler Shuck, Jeff Rust's number 1 quarterback, Tyler Shuck, finished 2nd.
Interesting, huh?
What?
Interesting that Tyler Shuck ended up
Why do you say that?
further up than any other rookie quarterback.
Why do you say that?
I just find it interesting, that's all.
Tyler Shuck is good. Tyler Shuck is good.
Better than Spencer Rattler, perhaps?
Perhaps. I think I'd rather have Jackson Dart
Oh, God, yes.
of the young kids. I mean, right now I've seen better play out of Tyler Shuck than Cam Ward. Not that Cam won't be better than
No.
him. But that's fair to say. Defensive Player of the Year for only the 2nd time, unanimous to Myles Garrett.
Well, duh.
Did you see his cowboy hat?
No.
He's rocking some RG3 vibes there.
Okay, I like that.
Looking real
Look, if
good
Micah
in the
doesn't
cowboy
get
hat.
hurt, maybe he gets a little more juice, but
Yeah, maybe take some votes away.
Mm-hmm.
Myles Garrett rocking a cowboy hat is like my obsession with RG3 wearing a cowboy hat.
look, when you
They're
can,
just
you can.
good-looking dudes.
When you can, you can.
And Myles Garrett, to where RG3 I want to like hug and smile with. Thank you, Mr. Garrett. Right
Yes.
this way, Mr. Garrett.
Yes.
Anything I can get for you, Mr. Garrett.
I will not look you in the eye. That is a massive human. One of my favorite off-season workout videos series is Myles Garrett playing pickup basketball. Like seeing Myles Garrett against normal dudes, just physically how he looks next to them, you're just like, oh, right. That's a lot.
The previous unanimous was J.J. Watt in 2014. Assistant Coach of the Year goes to Josh McDaniels. The closest to him was Vance Joseph and Brian Flores.
Man of the Year went to Bobby Wagner.
Oh, really?
Yep. Walter Payton.
Excuse me. Good
Oh,
for
that was
him.
good. You doing
Sorry.
okay over there?
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that.
They're
It
falling
just kinda
apart.
slipped out. Yeah, dude, it's Friday, man. I'm ready to call
Joe,
it.
you're burping. You're bleeding everywhere.
Senioritis is in full
Just-
effect right now.
Good God.
NFL Protector of the Year award. I believe this is the first year of that for an offensive lineman. It went to Joe Thuney.
Yep. Former Chief turned Bear. Good investment for the Bears.
Of the Chicago Bills.
And the play of the year was the overtime pass from Caleb Williams to DJ Moore.
Oh, duh. Has to be. DJ Moore continued that route.
Yeah,
which is why that ball was
he kept going.
When we come back, it's closing arguments to send you on your way on a football Sunday. That's Danny. I'm Patrick. This is 105.1 The Fan.
It's time for the firm of Harris and Meringue is wrapping up for the day.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled.
Which means it's time for the closing arguments. Brought to you by Leskin Law. One-day divorce mediation. Peace treaties, not war plans. Visit LeskinLaw.com for more information.
You want answers? I want the truth!
On the Fan Sports Network.
You can't handle the truth!
105.1 and 1080, The Fan.
All right, that's going to do it for us. Closing arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit LeskinLaw.com for more information. Leskin Law's one-day divorce mediation, peace treaties, not war plans. We have an update. An update for you on the clock situation. I got it working.
Yeah, that was tough.
I had, unbeknownst to me, Danny passed me the remote for it.
You had no idea.
No clue he passed it to me. He made a nonverbal motion to me
Nod
that was
and
there.
went clock.
And I never acknowledged it, walked away. I even went looking for our engineer. I went looking for Josh, our engineer, who is not here. I was told he'll be back on Wednesday, and he's the only guy that knows how to fix the clock. But I fixed it, so I feel great about that.
Was it difficult?
No, it was not.
We did sync
Just
it
had
up.
to take the cartridge out and blow in it and put it
Yeah.
back in.
We did sync it up directly with our clocks at
Yep.
our stations.
I think it's half a second behind.
Mm.
I mean, it's,
You didn't listen to my countdown.
I have a countdown right here.
I gave you the mark.
Your mark was early.
My mark was on time.
Your mark was
Mark.
early. Your mark was a half a second early. So I was a half a second late. Should have met you somewhere in the middle.
I can believe Danny goes early.
Wow.
Shows up late, goes home early.
Pack it up.
Look at him. He's speechless over here.
I can't say anything to him because I give him so much crap. When he lands one, I just got to take it.
Rusty from the top row.
Step into a Slim Jim.
That's how it goes, man.
Is that the first time he's been speechless?
No, sometimes, when you land the punch, you land the punch, man. It's just, it is what it is.
Small little nuggies here. Let's see here. Sounds like Fernando Mendoza will not throw at the combine.
He's going to throw up pro day, but not at the combine.
I'm a little surprised by that.
I thought he'd go do all the things.
Yeah, he doesn't have to because he's going to go number 1 overall. But he strikes me as it's like a character thing for him. Of course I will. Like, you want me to? This is what we do. This is what I will do. Unless he's hiding something.
What's he hiding?
What's he hiding? Let's see. Jim Schwartz threw double birds at Cleveland and walked out the door.
He said, not only am I not coaching, or do I not want to be here, I'm not coaching anymore. I'm taking a year off. You guys suck.
F you, F you, F you. You're cool.
I don't even
F
think, I don't even think he
I'm
dropped
out.
a "you're cool" unless it was the Miles Garrett on his way out.
Yeah. Mr. Garrett.
Yeah.
Please
Yes.
get that correct. Mr. Garrett.
This was the second time he got passed over there, too.
Oh,
he
is
got
it?
passed over when they hired Stefanski.
Let's see here. Mike Conley about to go back to the Wolves.
Yeah, that was anticipated. If he got moved a second time, because after you get moved a second time, you can come
go
back to the team.
Yeah. There is that. What was that quote I saw this morning from the Liberty WNBA
Oh,
player?
Natasha Cloud.
Natasha Cloud just threw Adam Silver under the bus so hard, dropped some expletives. If you are a women's basketball fan, buckle up. Danny is really firm on the idea that Major League Baseball will have a work stoppage. I will bet the farm that the WNBA will. I will bet my entire house that they have a work
They're
stoppage.
both going to have them.
Which stinks, man, because we're supposed to have a new team here.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And that might be true in baseball, too.
Yeah. Baseball won't come till baseball's still 4 years out.
Yeah, I know.
On a new team. But who knows? Maybe baseball never comes back. The Dodgers just ruined it for everybody.
You guys, anybody else could have?
Suppose that's true.
That's the thing about that.
It's still, I mean, you could have, but $1 billion in deferred payments? Dude, they spent $1 billion on 2 players.
Yeah.
Nobody does that.
No, but guess what? They made it all back
I know.
already. No, on the WNBA side of things, you're about to find out who has leverage.
Yeah.
Reality sucks when you think you have leverage and you don't.
And you think the players think they have leverage, but it's all the owners.
They don't have any.
The players?
They don't have any.
That
And
stinks.
it sucks for them. And I want to see them make more, but the bottom line is you got to make more money before you can make more money.
It's true. I mean, that's true. I do think the players are going to put their foot down, though. Whether they're right or wrong, I think they're going to put their foot down.
It could really damage the WNBA.
It really could, because I think some of it, too, is not just money. I think some of it, too, is also just appreciation, validation of understanding that these players are making the league better, that the league is better than it's ever been, and it's not close.
But it's still not turning a profit.
Understood that. Understood that.
And people don't like hearing that because they put their fingers in the air and they go la 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 around it. And I'm not saying you are, but the general idea is well, they're doing so much better. It's yeah, but you're still not operating at a profit.
I agree, and that might be where things stop with them in terms of getting more salary. But I do wonder if it will give them more. I don't know what the right word is for it, amenities, not like travel perks, things like that, but just maybe a little more recognition from the league on what the players do. I think they feel like
You get recognized this is across sports,
But
in one fashion. Money.
I understand, but I think they've also done a lot of work to build that league. That money hasn't quite shown yet, and maybe they want a little validation on the work they've done before the profit comes in.
Sure. That doesn't happen in reality, though, because guess what? Those owners, the vast majority of them, don't own expansion teams, and they operated this thing at 20-plus years at a negative.
Yeah.
So where's
the NBA bailed them out every single year.
Where's their love?
Yeah.
Look, people are like, oh, I don't want to do that for billionaires. Da, da, da. I'm like, well, the league exists because of them.
All leagues exist because of them.
So yeah, you as much as people are like, I don't want to give millionaires, like they're not making a profit yet. So when they start doing that, then the players have more leverage.
We do have a little bit of I don't want to call it breaking news, but maybe cracking news out of the NFL. Jordan Schultz reporting, former Commanders offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury joining the Rams offensive staff to work with Sean McVay.
Weird.
They are apparently very close and have previously discussed working together for a full season.
Weird.
And
a couple bro jabronis that want to work with each other. Shocking.
Well, I think Matt Stafford might have another pretty good season next year.
Yeah. He is coming back. He did say he's coming back.
And I bet you that's a part of it. If you're McVay, Kingsbury, and Stafford, they're all the same age. I bet you they're all just kicking it.
Well, or is Stafford older?
Although I'm interested in the Kingsbury McVay combination because, like San Francisco, the offensive coordinator will have less say than in a normal position.
But those two, I would imagine,
to where Cliff has had a lot of say on offense in almost everywhere he's been.
Yeah, and all this says is he's joining the Rams offensive staff. Not quite sure in what capacity.
Oh, okay. Boy, what happened in Washington? Did him and Dan Quinn not get along? Does he not like Jaden Daniels?
Something happened.
Because he just bailed out of that. That's weird. You guys have Super Bowl plans for the weekend?
Not yet. I have options, just not sure what.
I've got a small get-together that I will be attending.
I'm going to go with gluttony and parking my fat butt on the couch.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to eat crappy. I've been eating pretty well of late. I'm definitely going to eat like garbage.
Going to have the wife whip up her buffalo chicken dip.
Ooh, like that.
I think I've decided. I'm going to a friend's house, and they don't live too far from me. I think I've decided that we are going to lift there because I think I'm just going to tie one on.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, shocking.
I don't tie one on, dude. I drink the same amount every single day.
A lot?
No. An appropriate amount.
Yeah, like we'll get the old triple crock pot out with the old chicken dip in there, maybe some little smokies.
I was just about to say
maybe like a queso dip.
I was just about to say I'm kind of craving little smokies right now. Yeah.
I always got to go for the little cheddar smokies.
I will tell you, I have a firm belief. No one has ever had a hot dog and regretted eating it in that moment.
Never. Dude, I love hot dogs.
Later, sure, you can have that argument. But nobody's ever had a barbecued hot dog. I mean, like, I don't like that.
I like smaller hot dogs too.
Yeah.
What? I like smaller hot dogs. What's wrong with that?
Well, Danny prefers big wieners.
I do. Big, hot, juicy wieners.
Whenever you're ready, Russ. Whenever you're ready. A little less conversation, a little more action.
Just watch him squirm. It's half the fun.
I don't feel good, Yogi. That'll do it for us. Closing Arguments brought to you by Leskin Law. Visit LeskinLaw.com for more information. Leskin Law's one-day divorce mediation, peace treaties, not war plans. You have something there, Russ?
Do you not remember back in the day, the old sponsor on this program that would air ads?
Big fat wieners.
Put them in your mouth. Those were commercials.
They were. I hope you all have a great weekend. Please be safe. Have a happy Super Bowl. Be safe. Enjoy Bad Bunny. Enjoy your friends. Don't get in fights. We'll catch you on Monday. For Danny Meringue, that's Jeff Rust. I'm Patrick Harris. Go do something I would do.
Bye.